Fans, it's broadcaster Jake Starr here. Very excited to be joined by the Phillies legendary manager, 2008 World Champion manager, Charlie Manuel. Charlie, first of all, thank you so much for joining myself. How does it feel to be back in baseball town for the first time in a couple of years?
It feels great sitting here talking to you. Really, I'm excited about it.
And tonight is a special night here at the ballpark. It's Fightin Cancer Night, paying tribute to families who have had members who maybe have lost their battle of cancer or have survived their battle of cancer. Just for you and Missy to be here tonight and to celebrate Fightin Cancer Night, what's that mean to you to be here on a night like tonight?
Well, I showed up and let people see how much interest I'm into it, and also I think about any way that we can do help the proof of cancer. I'm definitely willing to work with people on it, things like that. I have a feeling for them, and I know how bad it is.
And, to get an opportunity to interact with so many fans, just, after everything that's you went through, suffering the stroke back in the fall and the tedious recovery that you had, to get a chance to be around baseball and the Phillies and the fans again, what's that mean to you?
Everything. I love everything about it. I got a conversation now every day. That's baseball. Back to what I know a little bit about. But that's everything to me, really.
And what's it about Reading? Because you've been here before, that makes this place so special and a great place for minor leaguers to come through.
This is an outstanding facility. It's has a legend about it. You hear people talk about it all the time. I always sit and talk to old timers. They'll tell me when they played in Reading, things like that. And when I first came to Philadelphia, I'd never been to an Eastern League. So when that's Eastern League, I've never been to the Texas League in the Eastern League. And Reading was in the Eastern League, and he got a lot of publicity, and I wanted to come and see it. And the fans here are really nice, and they enjoy the baseball, and it's a facility. There's something about the ballpark, the field, it's got a good feel to it.
And we're sitting here in the all-new Renders Event Center. You had a chance, I know yesterday, to tour the clubhouse, tour the facilities. For a minor league facility, just what was your impressions and takeaways from seeing the clubhouses and everything downstairs?
It's about every thing here that you need or want. It's outstanding. I cannot believe the building that we're sitting here and how nice it is. It's first class, really. It's a big help. I used to go down in the locker room here, and it's small and things like that. Put me in my Boston in the big leagues. But now we've got a completely different atmosphere and setting.
And as someone who played minor league ball coming up as a player, and then you ultimately went and played professionally overseas in Asia for a while, we ask this question a lot of times to maybe managers and coaches who never made it to the big leagues. What are the advantages of being someone who was a quote-unquote career minor leaguer, and maybe the type of wisdom you can elect on a player that maybe someone who was a long-time major league player can't relate to?
I think when you see somebody who's played minor league baseball for a long time, say over 10 years or something like that, I think he really loves the game. He's a student of the game. And more likely, somewhere along the way, once he gets out of the game, he'll be back in it, in the professional side of it, coaching or manager, something like that. Or he'll go back and probably become a college coach or something. Well, I think he'll stay in the game. I think it's what it does to you. You always, if you're in the minor leagues for a long time, you're still always hoping that you get a shot, just to see how you can do and things like that.
And I think it goes to say that you are beloved in the city of Philadelphia, and just the fan support, what has that meant to you for the last 20 years?
I think it's absolutely amazing, really. I tell people all the time, when you yell for me and things like that, I don't really know how to react. I know it's good, I feel good, my head feels like it's bigger sometimes, but yeah, I love it. It's a good sign, and it definitely makes me feel good. It makes me feel great, really.
And 2008, of course, was kind of the pinnacle of that entire run. You win the World Series. It was a postseason run that had a lot of great moments. I know you did lose your mom during that postseason run. The community, the city, when you lost your mom, how did they rally around you and just kind of show support during that run?
Everyone was very nice to me. I mean, everything about it was great. Everything about us winning was great. Everything when we won, I never will forget it. If you was to play it over, I stood in the dugout and kind of looked up in the crowd, and I wanted to see what they were doing, and they were kind of going crazy. And then I went kind of up on the front step and looked at the field where the players were out there, and everything was so real. You know, like where you work, sometimes people's always finagling for different positions, or say it talking BS and things like that. This was all real. That was a beautiful moment. Even the next day when we had the parade, everything about it, the parade was really good, was all real. And it was great. That was a great feeling, really.
And in that moment when, Ledge struck out Hinsky and he drops to his knees, just, you said you were sitting there in the dugout and just taking it all in. Were there any thoughts in your head of like, this is the pinnacle, this is everything that you fight for, and we got to it?
I thought I was going to go out. If you remember, if you play it back, there's pause in there. And Ledge and Ruiz catches the ball, and they get the fall, kind of a pause for seasons ever, but it was seconds like. But I thought, hell, I'm going to have to go ahead and tell them the game's over. We're won. That's what my first thing in my mind, really.
And outside of the moment where you won the World Series, do you have another particular favorite moment from that run?
Yeah, we have the thing. Actually, when we lean back, the thing that really, the other day when we honored Cole, Johnny was playing in Washington the last LC, if you remember, and had Ledge on the mound, and we were tied with the Mets going in, and we won the game on a double play by Rollins made up the middle. It was a sliding double play and real good. But that I didn't realize it at the time. But that set up a rotation where we hit good in the playoffs, and Hamels got the pitch more. He did not miss a rotation in the rest of the season. If we did not have Cole, there's a good chance that we would have not won a World Series.
Yeah, there's a couple more quick ones here before I let you go, Charlie. I know we talked about kind of a favorite moment, but maybe was there a time in that run? I know Victorino hit the grand slam, Stairs hit the pinch hit home run, Myers had the walk. Was there a moment during that run where it just kind of felt like destiny was on your side?
Yeah, after it was over, I kind of thought that this play I did. When we do something, but we played great baseball, we had to. But it's hard to explain about what goes through your head. You can ask all the players, the coaches, and me, and almost everyone would tell you something different they were thinking. But everything about it was positive, and it was great, it was good, and our fans' support was off the chart. So, and that was a big season for us, and hopefully we'll get there this year.
And kind of last one, you've been around this Phillies team a bunch. Any advice you give to those guys? And this team feels like they had to make up the win a World Series. Is that kind of how you feel?
Yeah, I like the way they play and keep playing. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. Don't get when the game's over, it's over. Don't take today's game into tomorrow. Tomorrow, you come to the ballpark, you concentrate on that winning that game. Take it one day at a time. Stay even keel and play like they play, and they'll be fine.
So, Charlie Manuel, 2008 World Series champion manager. We'll see if the 2024 Phillies can add the same accolades to them. But Charlie, hey, really appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm Jake Starr.
Stand up, hands up. City of brotherly love. Stand up, hands up. Wilson hits it in the air, out towards right. Oh, watch it fly, and it's a walk-off, game-winning home run for Ethan Wilson.
This one driven into left center field, turn, and say goodbye. Carlos De La Cruz clears the scoreboard in left center field. Home run number 21, and the Fightins jump out on top.
You're listening to Reading Fightin' Phillies baseball on the R Phillies Radio Network.
Swing and a miss, and back-to-back strikeouts as Sanchez cannot catch up to the 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Abel.
Swing and a miss, he struck him out. 10 strikeouts tonight for Griff McGarry.
Now, out to the ballpark with your broadcasters, Jake Starr and Bob McCool.
Everyone, and welcome the Reading Fightin' Phillies and the Bowie Baysox. A bit delayed, about a 40-minute delay before the start of today's game as storm showers blew through Berks County. But the skies have cleared, and we are about to get underway as the Baysox and the Fightins begin Game 2 of this series and Game 2 of this second half. The Fightin' Phillies with a win last night by a score of 8-4 to get the second half of the season off to a 1-0 start. They are 32-37 overall. So too are the Baysox at 32-37 overall after their loss on the opener of the series. Matt Osterberg will get the start for the Fightins. Kyle Bernovich will get the start for the Baysox alongside Jake Starr. My name is Bob McCool, and here is the lineup for the Baysox. Judd Fabian will lead off and play center field. Dylan Beavers will bat second and be in right field. Samuel Masayo will bat third and be at first base tonight. T.T. Bowens will bat fourth. He is the designated hitter. Frederick Benkosmi is the shortstop batting fifth. John Rhodes bats sixth and plays in left field. Silas Ardue is the catcher batting seventh. Colin Burns bats eighth and is at second base. Ryan Higgins bats ninth and is third base. And again, this lineup will be facing left-handed pitcher for the Fightin' Phillies, Matt Osterberg.
Matt Osterberg is start number 13 for him. He's 1-4 with a 6.09 ERA. He's pitched 57 2/3 innings, allowed 87 hits, 16 walks, 53 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .344 against him. That's been the story for Osterberg. He's going to throw strikes. He's going to be around the plate. The key with somebody who's quote-unquote a crafty lefty needs to really nibble around those corners, mix up the pitches, mix up deception, and that's where he'll be most successful. He is familiar with Bowie, went 3 2/3 against them on opening night, April 5th. Actually wasn't that bad, no earned runs, but fell a victim to a high pitch count, 72 pitches through 3 2/3 innings against Bowie.
Our game time temperature is at 77 degrees after the rain blew through and blew away a good chunk of the temperature as Judd Fabian swings at the first pitch from Osterberg and fouls it out of play. 77 degrees our game time temperature. Winds have also died down considerably to about 4 miles an hour with gusts at about 10 miles an hour. Right now the flag on top of the Redners Event Center in straightaway center field blowing out just a bit to right center field as Osterberg comes right back with his second pitch for strike two, and Osterberg quickly goes back to lefty. He delivers his 0-2 pitch to Judd Fabian outside for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fabian at .234 on the season, 12 home runs and 35 RBIs. Not your atypical leadoff hitter with the lower average and the higher home runs. 1 ball and 2 strikes to him. And he lifts this one to straightaway left field. Carlos De La Cruz will drift in and wait for it to come down and makes the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, that's exactly an example of what Osterberg has to do. He throws a 91-mile-per-hour fastball. He puts it right on the inner black of the plate to the righty. So if you're Fabian, there's really not much you can do with that. He gets jammed in on the hands, and it's a weak fly ball. When Osterberg's at his best, like we saw a lot late last year, it's when he's nibbling. He's not going to overpower you, but he can induce a lot of weak contact when he's hitting his spots.
Brings Dylan Beavers to the plate. Beaver is one of the top prospects in the Orioles organization, batting from the left-hand side. 22-year-old outfielder takes the first pitch outside for a ball. And right back with the second. This one again lifted down the third base line, but will drift foul. The defense behind Osterberg, in addition to Carlos De La Cruz, who made the first catch in left field. Marcus Lee Sang is in center. Baron Radcliffe is in right. Carson Taylor back at first base tonight. Kendall Simmons back in the lineup at second. As Beavers lines this one to center field, Marcus Lee Sang will close the gap in the right center field and make the catch for out number 2. And the rest of the defense, again, Taylor at first, Kendall Simmons at second. Trevor Schwecke was at second last night, moves to short. Otto Kemp back in the lineup is at third base, and Andrik Nava is behind the plate. So 2 quick outs and a couple of fly balls for Matt Osterberg. And Samuel Basayo now will bat. Basayo, the number 2 prospect in the Orioles organization. And the first pitch to the lefty is outside for a ball. Basayo with a home run in last night's game, went 2 for 3. His average is at 285 with now 11 home runs and 33 RBIs. 1-0 pitch, misses just a bit outside again. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Basayo, one of 4 players in this Baysox lineup that has over 30 RBIs on the year, as that one's over for a called strike. It's 2-1. Basayo is just 19 years of age. He's a catcher by trade, but playing at first base tonight. He's tall at 6'4". They list him at 180, but he looks a lot bigger than 180 as he takes another one on the outside corner for a strike 2. So Osterberg falls behind 2-0, comes back with 2 straight over the plate. And the count is even at 2-2 as Basayo will call time. Native of the Dominican Republic, signed by the Orioles in 2021, fouls one straight back. Stays alive at 2-2. Scouts think he'll hit for both average and power as his career develops. Strong arm. He has done that so far at 285 with 11 home runs. 2-2 pitch to him. Just reaches out and slaps that one foul and down the third base line and just over the 67 club and into the grandstand on the third base line. Again, everybody was under cover for a while. The tarp went down at about 6:15 or so and came off at about an hour or so later and underway about 40 minutes later than expected as Osterberg comes back with a pitch that I think he thought was a strike but was ruled a ball. It's 3-2 now to Basayo. But again, the skies have cleared. A little bit of a glimmer of sun to the north as Basayo fights one in off his hands and somehow another fouled it back. I think the sting got him more than anything. He took a foul ball off the hand last night as the catcher. Again, playing at first base tonight. Swing and a miss. Great slider from Osterberg, and Basayo goes waving for the third and final out here in the first for the Baysox. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. We'll take a timeout of the Ready Fight Phillies Radio Network. When we come back, the home team to the plate for the first time tonight.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phillies. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 9 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phillies.
Here's tonight's starting lineup for the Reading Fight Phillies, presented by Gold Dogs Landscaping. Marcus Lee Sang back in the leadoff spot, followed by Carlos De La Cruz. Carson Taylor bats third in tonight's lineup. Otto Kemp bats cleanup. Kendall Simmons is in the 5-hole. Trevor Schwecke will bat 6. Andrik Nava bats in the 7th spot, the switch hitting catcher. Ethan Wilson is a designated hitter tonight. He will bat 8th. Baron Radcliffe bats 9th. Lineup facing a right-handed pitcher, Kyle Brnovich, for the Baysox. The first pitch, swing, chopper up the middle, and backhanded by Colin Burns. He'll get nothing on the throw. Marcus Lee Sang on the first pitch has himself a base hit.
14th appearance of Brnovich. It's his 9th start. He's 4-2 with a 3.91 ERA on the season so far. He has thrown 53 innings. He's allowed 37 hits after that one from Lee Sang. 24 walks, 62 strikeouts, and opponents are hitting just 188 against Brnovich this season. He's had a solid year so far for the Orioles AA affiliate.
So Marcus Lee Sang takes his lead off of first as Carlos De La Cruz settles into the batter's box. Carlos with a good night last night. On base 3 times with a couple hits and hit by a pitch. And takes the first pitch, I believe, a bit low for a ball. Nope, actually they called it a strike. De La Cruz average up over 250 now at 251 with 8 home runs and 32 RBIs. Second on the team in RBIs with 32. The guy on first base, Marcus Lee Sang, right behind him at 31. And of course the guy in the on-deck circle, Carson Taylor, leads the Eastern League in RBIs with 53. But De La Cruz swings and misses at the second pitch, so it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Carlos. That one's low and away.
Brnovich more of a slide step as opposed to pitching fully out of the stretch, so trying to neutralize that running game. Lee Sang on first, 6 stolen bases this year in 10 attempts.
1 ball and 2 strikes now to Carlos De La Cruz. Another one in the dirt. Good block by Arjois, the catcher. The rest of the defense, John Rose is in left field. Judd Fabian in center. Dylan Beavers is in right. Samuel Basayo is at first base. Colin Burns at second. Frederick Benkosmi is at the shortstop, and Ryan Higgins is at third. And an issue with the gear for Arjois, the catcher calling timeout. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Carlos De La Cruz. With a runner at first base and nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. Big swing and a miss, and De La Cruz out on strikes.
First baseman number 8.
So they bring up Carson Taylor, as I mentioned a moment ago, the Eastern League leader in RBIs, and he added to that total last night. And a single and a home run in 4 plate appearances and drove in 3. On the year, 304 with 10 home runs and 53 RBIs. Left-handed hitter settles into the box. Good lead for Lee Sang at first. And Taylor takes one up high for a ball.
Brnovich, who's had some injury issues throughout his career, got Tommy John surgery after making just 2 starts in 2022 and made just 8 appearances last year between 4 levels as he tried to work his way back up.
1-0 pitch from him. Swing and driven into right field, not deep. Dylan Beavers took a couple steps back, now will come in and make the catch for out number 2 here in the first.
Third baseman number 50.
They'll bring up Otto Kemp. Kemp with after a night off last night. Batting average at 211 as he steps in. It's a rough road trip for Kemp as well in New Hampshire. He went just 2 for 17. Fightin Phil's wearing special jerseys tonight. Fight Cancer support jerseys. The white jerseys with the print on the sleeves. Charlie Manuel, former Philadelphia Phillies manager, of course, here signing autographs as a helpful fundraiser to help support cancer awareness and the fight against cancer as Otto Kemp swings and misses his first offering. So no balls and 1 strike to the cleanup hitter, Otto Kemp. Lee Sang takes off, throw down, he's into center field. Lee Sang will get up, he'll head to third as Fabian gets it in. Marcus Lee Sang is suddenly at third base with 2 outs.
That'll be stolen base number 7 for Marcus Lee Sang, and then an error on Ardwa. That'll be his 3rd of the season. So, like you said now, I mean, any sort of base hit, or really base, well, not a walk, any sort of contact and a base runner will score Lee Sang. But of course, 2 outs, so you don't have the benefit of a sac fly or ground out helping you here. It's got to be a hit or error or something like that.
Pitch to Kemp was inside, so it's 1-1 now to Otto Kemp, who has 9 RBIs since his promotion from Jersey Shore. This one lifted into right field. Back goes Beavers, back to the track, looks up and says goodbye. Splash down. Otto Kemp with a 2-run home run into the pool. Fightins are on top 2-0.
Second night in a row, Reading gets a 2-run home run in the first. Second night in a row, it comes from the 4-hitter. Last night, Carson Taylor. Tonight, it's Otto Kemp. Left about at 96, traveled 342 feet. There's a slight draft out towards right, but that one just got up in the air and it just kept carrying. Shows the pure strength of Otto Kemp. I mean, you get a chance to stand around him. He is someone who is built very strongly, and that one was one that he muscled out.
Yeah, as we were saying with Basayo, that he looks like he's a lot bigger than 180. They list Otto Kemp at 185. If he's not 205, I'll eat 185 pounds of raw meat. He is a big dude.
I see how that one
I
goes.
better keep my mouth shut. First pitch to Kendall Simmons is a strike. Right back with the second. It's 1-1. But there's no way Otto Kemp is 185.
Should we get a scale out post game?
Well, if he is, it's pure muscle. And muscle weighs more than fat. So I'm just going to go with that. This one pops straight up in the air at the plate. Arduay, the catcher, off with a mask, and he'll make the catch for the third and final out of the inning. But it is a productive one for the Fightin' Phils. On the 2-run home run for Otto Kemp, the Phils put 2 across on 2 hits. There were no errors and none left after 1. Fightins 2, Baysox nothing.
The Seidel Auto Group deck is a great spot for all fans with a summer picnic life and great tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you might even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in the home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are $34 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit rfields.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
International Fireworks is the official sponsor of the R-Phil's Fireworks Show during the 2024 season. Head to their store, 242 Sycamore Road in Douglasville. And of course, fireworks part of the weekend here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Tomorrow night, Thursday night, and Friday night, and a Mega Blast fireworks show and a tribute to Taylor Swift, all coming as part of this homestand here with the Mega Blast fireworks on Saturday. T.T. Bowens leads it off for the Baysox, who now trail the Fightin' Phils 2-0 here in this second inning. Again, our game time temperature started out at 77 degrees. Our temperature presented to you by All Temp Enterprises. And it's quickly 2 balls and no strikes to Bowens, who went 0 for 4 in last night's game batting cleanup. This one he swings and misses. Ball in and out of the glove of Novitz. 2 balls and a strike. Osterberg, in his 57 2/3 innings pitch coming into tonight's game, has surrendered 87 hits. So he is a guy who is going to throw to contact, as Bowens comes up with no contact there and a weak swing at the changeup. And it's quickly 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Like we talked about earlier, with Osterberg, it's going to be a lot of, can you mix speeds? Can you deceive the hitters? Can you hit your spots? Can you hit corners?
And he misses low on this one. It actually bounced up there. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Now, can you avoid leaving the ball out over, getting too much of the plate? Because if that's where he's gotten hurt this year, you're throwing a fastball and you're not a guy who's going to overpower guys. When you leave it out over the plate, that's where you can get in trouble.
3-2 pitch, tap towards short. Schwecke, big hop right to his chest. Low throw, but nicely dug out by Carson Taylor at first base for out number 1.
Yeah, Carson Taylor is someone who's still learning that position. He was a catcher before he came over to the Phillies organization. Played first base sparingly with the Dodgers before he was picked in the Rule 5 draft, but You know, just like last year, Reading's basically trying to transition someone to first base. It was De La Cruz last year. It's Taylor this year, and I think Taylor's done a really good job in, you know, the experience he's had out there.
I'll bring up Frederick Bencosme, who takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Bencosme 1 for 4 in last night's game. Carson Taylor played third base last night, which was the second time that's happened. But he made a nice play on that, on a backhanded pick of the throw low by Schwecke. So 1 down and 1-0 to Bencosme as he lifts one foul and out of play down the third base line. So 1 ball and 1 strike now to the left-handed hitting shortstop, Frederick Bencosme. Takes that one just a bit low and away. It's 2-1 on the slider. And that one just misses as well. It's 3-1. Not sure if Osterberg's frustrated with himself or he thought that was a strike. But a little bit of frustration from the lefty. As the count is now 3 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss as he cannot time up the fastball. Now Osterberg has the count full. Time called to the plate by Bencosme, who's at .234 on the season with 4 home runs and 23 RBIs. This one lined down the right field line and fair and headed to the corner. Bencosme will round first. As Radcliffe digs it out, Bencosme will roll into second base with a stand-up double, the first hit of the night for the Baysox.
That was an off-speed pitch to 88, pretty much got the heart of the plate, and Bencosme, a good job from the lefty, gets turned on it, 101 off the bat down the line. Took a nice hop off the wall. Radcliffe, a good job fielding it and getting it in quickly, so you leave Bencosme at second, because a lot of times the balls get stuck in that right field corner, or a right fielder struggles to dig it out. That has triple written all over it. So it's little things like that, right, that don't go down in the box score that can be the difference sometimes in games.
So I'll bring up John Rhodes with a runner in scoring position and 1 out. Rhodes at .236 on a season, but he does have 31 RBIs. As I mentioned, one of those 4 Baysox players in the lineup tonight who have over 30 RBIs on the season. First pitch from Osterberg is over for a called strike. Rhodes does have 5 home runs. He was 2 for 4 in last night's game. Simmons comes in to keep the runner back. And this one's lined into center field and falls in front of Lee Sang, and they're going to hold up the Bencosme, and the ball is cut off. So the runners at the corners now and 1 out. Nice deke by Marcus Lee Sang.
Yeah, Bencosme was running, but he wasn't running full speed because he knew if Lee Sang gets in on that one, he's going to have to get back quickly. So Lee Sang, like I said, little things. Dekes him, makes him think, oh, he might catch it.
Yep.
Ball bounces in front of him. So now you got the corners, but no run scored. Now you got the double play in order with the 7-hole hitter Ardwa up.
Yeah, whether Marcus thought he was going to catch it or he was just selling it, either way, it was a good play. But I think that's exactly what he was doing. I think he was selling it all the way. And so it holds the runner, at least now for the time being, for now Sarlis Ardwa, who's hitting at just 190 on the season. Ground ball down the third base line, backhanded by Kemp, but it's foul. So everybody will come back. Bencosme, the runner at third, he doubled. Rhodes, the runner at first, he singled. 1 out in the inning. So Osterberg looking to try to roll one over here and get himself out on 1 pitch. Got the ground ball, but it was foul. Nelson Fraley calling the balls and strikes. Jesse Bush is at first base. Kevin Manzik is our third base umpire, our Eastern League 3-man crew. 0-1 pitch, check swing, rolls it down the first base line. So it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Silas Ardwa.
That's what I always like to call a little excuse me swing. Excuse me, didn't mean to hit that one.
Ardwa from Ville Platte, Louisiana. He plays college baseball at the University of Texas. There's a throw that gets Rhodes back to first base. Ardwa was drafted by the Orioles in the 4th round in 2022 out of the University of Texas. No balls and 2 strikes to the right-handed hitter. Bounces that one up there. Good block by Nava. It's 1-2. But most definitely the French pronunciation of the spelling of the last name of what looks like Ardoin, at A-R-D-O-I-N, but it's Ardwa. 1 ball and 2 strikes to him. This one fouled away. So it remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. 35th pitch for Matt Osterberg about to be delivered. As the runners take their lead off of first and third. Swing and a foul tip in and out of the glove of Nava as Ardway stays alive. Fastball, cutter, and change for Osterberg, and the change is what he'll use against the right-handed hitters more often than not, and that's what he's facing right now. 1-2. This one rolled in the hole between short and third into left field for a base hit. Ben Cosme will come across with a Baysox first run. It's 2-1 Fightins.
Osterberg got a hard hit ground ball, just happened to be in a spot where nobody was. I mean, if that ball is more towards the middle, that's probably a double play, but nice job by Ardwa to find that vacant hole between shortstop and third and sneak one through. And Reading still up by 1, but really could use a double play ball here with Burns at the plate.
16th RBI of the season for Ardway. As Colin Burns, as Jake said, at the plate. He was 2 for 4 in last night's game. Left-hand hitter. First pitch to him. Fisted towards second. Simmons flips to short for 1, and that's all they're going to get. The flip pulled Schwecke a bit off the bag, and he couldn't get much on the throw, and Burns can run fairly well. So Schwecke decides to not make the throw. They'll get the force out. And runners at the corners now with 2 outs.
Also wasn't hit that hard either. It's 68 off the bat, so even if it was a clean flip and a clean turn, not sure if they're going to get Burns. And if you're Schwecke, it's the right thing to do. As soon as you know that A, you have no play, and B, just you don't feel like it's a clean exchange, you eat it at that point.
So I'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Ryan Higgins. Again, runners at first and third now with 2 outs. And the pitch to Higgins, there's that changeup to the right-hand hitter, and he's way out in front. Higgins had a double and a home run and 2 RBIs in last night's game, batting out of the 9 spot, which is where he is right now. And he's got a chance to do some damage here. With runners at the corners and 2 outs. There's that step-off throw from Osterberg as he gets Burns to dive back in, just in case he's thinking about trying to take the force out away. 2 outs in the inning. Good-sized lead for Burns at first base. Osterberg with a long hold now comes and catches the outside corner. It's quickly no balls and 2 strikes.
0-2 count. I wonder if they'd put Burns in motion here. He's got 9 stolen bases. Maybe you think you're going to get an off-speed pitch here. I mean, Reading's not throwing through regardless, but why not get another guy in scoring position?
He's got a huge lead. And he does take off, and the throw down to second is in time. Colin Burns is cut down on the tag by Kendall Simmons on the throw from Andrik Nava, and that'll do it for the Baysox in the second. They do put a run across. They do it on 3 hits. There were no errors, and there was 1 man left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the second when we come back to Baseball Town. Fightins 2, Sox 1.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
We head to the bottom of the second. This inning is brought to you by Cornwall Manor, an active senior living, not-for-profit community in scenic Cornwall, Pennsylvania, outside of Lebanon. 2-1 Fightins as Reading comes to the plate here in the bottom of the second. Trevor Schwecke will lead it off. Colin Burns a little bit late to get back from the dugout. Burns making the final out, sliding into second base. Not sure if it was an equipment issue. Nobody brought his glove out. I think he might have gripped up the hand a little bit. Looks like he's looking at the hand or right wrist maybe sliding into second base on that attempted steal that ended the inning. First pitch to Trevor Schwecke, line right back at Colin Burns, and the second baseman will make the play in time for out number 1-on-1 pitch.
Question is that hit his glove. Ball is hit hard. I don't know if it's a 163 or no 143
whether it hit the
or
pitcher's
4-3.
glove or not, I'm not sure. I don't think it did. I think it hit the mound, but I don't think it hit the pitcher.
I think usually the umps might signal something if it hits the pitcher, just for scorekeeping purposes, but we'll see. It's going to be a 4-3.
I'll bring up Andrik Nava, switch hitting catcher, takes one for a called strike. Nava went 2 for 7 on the road trip to New Hampshire, did not play in last night's game. First pitch to him from Brnovich was a strike, right back with the 0-1 pitch. Is outside, puts 1-1. Nava to be followed by Ethan Wilson. As the final 3 batters in the lineup tonight for the Fight Phils batting from the left-hand side. Nava, as I said, the switch hitter, takes this one for a called strike. It's 1-2. Carl Ellison, the acting manager for the Fight Phils this week, is coaching at third base.
Did you figure out who's at first yet?
I can't see the poles in my way.
Lachlan Wells.
Oh, it's Lachlan Wells at first base. After his excellent performance in last night's game. That one's low. It's 2-2.
Yeah, last week in New Hampshire, it was kind of a mix of guys early in the week, and I think by the end of the week, it was predominantly Wells. He must have really taken a liking to it.
The veteran pitcher now becomes the first base coach. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's way inside. It's 3-2.
I think it's...
Well, here's what else could have happened. He could have done it when they won the last 3 games of the series. And so now he becomes the good luck charm.
Of course, he couldn't do it last night, though.
No,
but now that he's not pitching.
He did something to help the win last night. Pitched 7 innings. 3-2 pitch to plate is low ball 4. Lachlan Wells going to have somebody to talk to as Andrik Nava draws the walk.
And here's the thing when it comes to having, a lot of times it's, could Brock Stassi go coach first? Could, one of the roving instructors go coach first? I think the thing is when it comes to players coaching at first base, there is going to one day be an after baseball as a player for a lot of these guys. And a lot of these players are going to end up going into coaching. So getting this experience, I think, is really valuable for them, too. Of course, for all the guys, you want their baseball careers to last as long as possible, and you want them all to reach the big leagues, but there will be an after. And guys that go into coaching, this is a really cool and valuable experience for them.
Ethan Wilson bats. First pitch to him is a ball. Brnovich, long look into the plate this time, and misses again. So suddenly, Brnovich having a little bit of trouble throwing strikes as he walks Nava, and now he falls behind Ethan Wilson 2-0. Now, the guy coaching at third base is a testament to what you're talking about, Jake, because Carl Ellison was playing last year. And here he is coaching in Double-A, and now here he is coaching at third and the acting manager for the Fight Phils this week. It's 3-0. If you did not hear our broadcast last night, the manager, Al Padrique, away with his family after the passing of his father. So Al is in Arizona with his family. 3 balls and no strikes. Ethan Wilson taking all the way, takes it for a strike. It's 3-1. So runner at first base, 1 out. Bottom half of the second inning in a 2-1 game in favor of the Fightins. Swing and a miss. It's 3-2.
Wilson's been picking it up well as of late. There's one spot where he hasn't really done much this year. It's the power.
Yep.
Career high 17 home runs last year, is yet to hit 1. But the pool looks mighty fine right now. Just saying.
Mighty full right now as well. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ethan Wilson. Runner takes off at first. Wilson started and stopped. The throw down is in plenty of time. And that's going to be a strikeout, throw out, double play, and end the inning. So Ethan Wilson is a strikeout victim. Second strikeout for Brnovich, and then Nava's thrown out trying to steal the bag, and that will end the inning with no runs, no hits, no errors, and ultimately none left. 2 complete in Reading. The score, the Fightins 2, the Baysox 1.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
We head to the top half of the third inning. Fightin' Phillies 2, Bowie Baysox 1, Eastern League Baseball. And the top of the, Ryan Higgins will be back at the plate. Higgins was at the plate when the second inning came to an end. Colin Burns thrown out trying to steal. So Higgins starts with a clean count now and drives the first pitch he sees into center field. Marcus Lee Sang started in. He'll drift back and he'll make the catch out in the triangle in straightaway center field for out number one on one pitch here in the third. I want to thank our good friends at Pepsi for presenting the 2024 season here in Baseball Town. Go Fight Phils. Drink more Pepsi. Top of the order, and Judd Fabian now bats for the Baysox. Fabian flew out the left field his first time up. Hits this one on the ground, fouled on the third base line. Roberto Mercado, the first-year manager for the Baysox, in the third base coaching box. Billy Facto is in the first base coaching box for Bowie. A one pitch, driven straightaway center field. Lee Sang started in. He's got to go back, and he's got to go back even further. Looks up, and it is on the veranda. Straightaway center field. Judd Fabian has tied the ball game at 2-2. Mentioned in his first plate appearance, maybe not atypical numbers for Fabian. With a team high now 13 home runs on the year, but he drove that one to straightaway center field. His 36th RBI of the year. And with that towering straightaway center field home run, we are tied at 2. So that'll bring up Dylan Beavers. Beavers flew out to center field his first time up. And the first pitch to Osterberg bounces up there. Beavers just 22 years of age, the number 7 prospect in the Orioles organization. Originally from San Luis Obispo in California, played his college baseball at the University of California as he takes that one for a called strike on the slider. It's 1-1. Selected by the Orioles in the 2022 draft, the number 33 overall pick on a compensatory draft pick. Played last year for most of the season in High A Aberdeen, 85 games there, and then a final 34 with the Baysox. 1 ball and 2 strikes to him, and he stays alive, fouling another one out of play. With the Baysox, he hit .321 in 34 games, including 9 doubles along the way. In his 85 games with Aberdeen, he hit .273 with 9 home runs. He had a combined 35 doubles between the two teams and 11 home runs. 1 ball, 2 strikes to him. Lifts this one on a kind of a lazy swing and a lazy fly ball as a result to Carlos De La Cruz, who will drift in and make the catch for out number 2. Philadelphia Phillies, if you missed it this afternoon, finished off the series in Detroit with a win over the Tigers. Brandon Marsh, who 2 weeks ago to the state, was here in Reading on a rehab assignment. And Brandon Marsh had 4 hits for the Philadelphia Phillies this afternoon in their win over the Tigers. As Samuel Basayo is at the plate. Basayo struck out his first time up. Phil's final score in this afternoon's game was 6-2. And the pitch to Basayo is over for a called strike. Marsh had 4 hits and drove in 4 of the runs, including a 2-run home run in the game at Comerica Park. This one ripped into center field. Marcus Lee Sang again goes back, and this time he'll have room and he'll make the catch for the 3rd and final out. But the Baysox get the big hit on the home run for Fabian. 1 run in the inning on that 1 hit, no errors and none left. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. It's now a new ball game. Baysox 2, Phils 2.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
The Reading Fightin Phils are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
We head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning, and the Fightin Phils to the plate. This inning is brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. You can expect reliable and experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after a serious personal injury. Call Swartz Culleton today, 1-800-JUSTICE. Alongside Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Baron Radcliffe will hit it off for the Fightins here in the 3rd. It'll be followed by the top of the order, Marcus Lee Sang and Carlos De La Cruz. Radcliffe 0 for 3 last night. He did draw a walk and also struck out a couple of times. Kyle Brnovich winds and delivers. Swings at the first pitch, lines at the left field. John Rhodes stepped in and has to run back and then makes the catch. Rhodes misjudged it, but ultimately makes the catch for out number 1. I'll bring up Marcus Lee Sang, who got the ball game started with a single and then came around to score ahead of the Otto Kemp 2-run home run for the Fightins in the 1st inning. First pitch to left-hand hitter, swings and misses. This one rolled towards second baseman Colin Burns. He'll make the play in plenty of time. 2 quick outs here in the 3rd for Brnovich. And I'll bring up Carlos De La Cruz.
Yeah, Brnovich has definitely settled in here. And I mean, had that pitch that walked to Nava where control didn't look great, and then got into a 3-ball count with Wilson, but really battled back. That strike him out, throw him out, has kind of snapped things back into place for Brnovich.
De La Cruz, a strikeout victim his first time up. Carlos bats with 2 outs here in the 3rd. Swings and misses in the first pitch. Again, about a 40-minute rain delay before the start of tonight's game. That's why we are just in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Skies have cleared. Crowd is filled back up here at FirstEnergy Stadium. No balls and 2 strikes to De La Cruz. That's outside for a ball. Phils and the Baysox home through Sunday. Next week's schedule a bit off the normal pattern. Phils will be away for 3 and then home Thursday, Friday, and Saturday as De La Cruz swings and misses. And that will end a very quick trip to the plate for the Fightin Phils here in the 3rd as they go in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. 3 complete. It remains Reading 2, Bowie 2.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Did you know that the blood that you donate at Miller Keystone Blood Center stays right here in your community? That's right, it goes to your area hospitals. So you might just be helping a family member, a friend, or a neighbor. Call Miller Keystone Blood Center, the only community blood center servicing your local hospitals. 1-800-BE-A-DONOR or go to giveapint.org. We're located at 1047 Old Burnville Road, just behind classic Harley-Davidson.
2-2 ball game as we head to the fourth, and to take over the play-by-play my broadcast partner, Jigsaw.
Thank you very much, Bob. 2-2 ball game, as you said, in the top half of the fourth inning. Middle third of Roberto Mercado's Bowie lineups due up. T.T. Bowens will lead things off against Matt Osterberg. Also a reminder that every Tuesday, all active military and veterans receive $3 off box seats thanks to the residents at Village Greens. So T.T. Bowens will lead things off. Sun continues to set here in America's Classic Ballpark. Lights pretty much in full effect at this point. And Bowens will dig in from the right side. A slightly closed stance for him. It's a lefty on righty showdown as Matt Osterberg comes to the letters and winds and fires. The first pitch is swung on, two-hopper towards short. Schwecke charges, fields it on the run, throws the first a bit high, but Taylor is able to extend upwards for her to make the catch. That's out number one. One pitch, one out for Matt Osterberg. That'll bring Frederick Bencosme to the plate for the Baysox. Bowie wears their alternate orange uniforms tonight. We'll say Baysox in black across the front. Gray pants with black stripe down the side. Bencosme digs in from the left side. Osterberg deals home. The first pitch is a slider on the outside corner. First strike, it's 0-1.
You see teams coming in here, and some of their jerseys don't really necessarily match up with what you think of the major league team they're affiliated with.
0-1, swung on, hard hit, ground ball second. To his right goes Simmons. He'll throw to first in time. Two gone in the inning, but Bowie, they're pretty spot on.
No questioning who the Baysox are affiliated with, the bright orange jerseys and the black piping. I would say they, and probably the blue jerseys that the Portland Sea Dogs wore, I think, in the last game of the series on Sunday, look very much like the Red Sox blue jerseys.
Yeah, Portland's very reminiscent of Boston. Somerset and the Yankees are pretty similar.
Yeah, pretty close, yeah.
First pitch to John Rhodes, and the Kentucky alum takes the first pitch for a strike. It's 1-0. John Rhodes tonight 1 for 1. He singled back in the second. And here's the 1-0 to him. He swings, ground ball, hard hit short. To his right, Schwecke, down to a knee, he fields it. Shortstop, strong throw across is in time. And that's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Matt Osterberg. 3 up, 3 ground outs, 3 down. No runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base for the Baysox. We're through 3.5. Bottom of the fourth up next, all tied up at 2. Are you ready to embark on the adventure of retirement? Welcome to the Highlands at Wyomissing, where over 35 years of experience have perfected the art of senior living. Nestled on over 113 acres of serene landscape, our community offers a haven for active seniors seeking tranquility and excitement alike. Discover a lifestyle enriched with stunning amenities and engaging activities, all within the premier nonprofit life care community in Berks County. Bid farewell to home maintenance and embrace more quality time with loved ones as you enjoy a calendar brimming with thrilling events and trips. Experience the security, independence, and boundless opportunities that await you at the Highlands at Wyomissing. Call us today and unlock the possibilities of your retirement.
Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phil's team store to stay repped all season long. Head to our store at FirstEnergy Stadium or online at artphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phil's hats, jerseys, kids apparel, and much more. Looking for something new? Check out our brand new Pinstripe and Los Luchadores jerseys. Root for your Fightins in style and stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightin' team store or artphils.com/shop.
Bottom half of the fourth inning, it's a 2-2 ball game as 3, 4, 5s due up, and during this fourth inning, we'll take a look around the Phillies organization thanks to our friends over at EPA WA Weather Consulting, your source for public and private weather forecasts in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and northern and eastern Maryland. So Carson Taylor will lead things off for the Fightin' Phils. As we said, it's a 2-2 ball game, and Kyle Brnovich is back out for his fourth inning of work. Taylor will dig on in the left-handed batter's box. Slightly open stance for Taylor, who's 0 for 1 tonight with a flyout. Wind and deal, and Taylor takes in 1-0.
Well, Brnovich had a pretty crisp bottom of the third inning against the Phils. Matt Osterberg just outdid him. So our count, that was probably a 5-pitch inning for Osterberg to get through the top of the fourth.
And here's the next pitch. Taylor swings, hits it well, right center field. It is falling, but diving is Judd Fabian, and he makes the catch. What a catch by the Bowie center fielder, Judd Fabian. Covers a whole lot of ground and goes full extension, and that's out number 1.
Great effort by Fabian, but he kind of took a little bit of a roundabout way to get there off the bat, but once he realized he had to go, he got a little extra gear, and then the full layout, belly slide to take the base hit away from Taylor.
So that'll bring Otto Kemp to the plate for the Fightin' Phils. He takes the first one for a ball, 1-0. Phillies a 6-2 win today in a game that was pretty much ran by the bullpen after Spencer Turnbull exited after 3 with what was described as shoulder soreness, the 1-0, and swing from Kemp, shoots to the right side, foul, 1-1. Turnbull said nothing to worry about, hopefully, so we'll have to see what happens there. Brendan Marsh 4 for 4, home run and 4 RBI. Bryson Stott doubled. Old friend Matt Vierling hit a home run as well. Kemp swings the next offering. It's 1-2. Lehigh Valley currently trails on the road at Durham. It's 5-2 in that ball game. Jersey Shore and Greensboro, they're all tied up at 1. That's MLB TV's free game of the day, actually. And it looks like they're getting a good one over at Shoretown Ballpark. Keaton Anthony, a couple of hits so far tonight for the Jersey Shore Blue Claws. And here's the 1-2. That is at the letters, a called strike 3. I don't think Otto Kemp agreed with it, but Nelson Fraley, our home plate umpire, said it was a strike. And that is out number 2. And it was in the zone.
Yep.
From we have up here. Clearwater had an early game today. They fell again. They've been on a bit of a slide since they won the first half championship. They fell 8-7 in 10 innings on the road at Bradenton. Luke Russo started, though, and was terrific. First pitch to Simmons, he grounds foul. Russo, 7 innings, 3 hits, an earned run, 9 strikeouts. A.J. Shaver hit a home run. Pierce Bennett, a couple of hits. Hayden Hediger, a couple of hits. Albrecht also had 3 RBI for the Threshers, swinging a miss 0-2. Lou Albrecht, who's pretty much the everyday catcher now after a couple of call-ups to Jersey Shore. What was a very busy Tuesday movement-wise across the Phillies organization. Of course, Reading got Daniel Harper from High A Jersey Shore. I've yet to see him in a ball game yet. And here's the 0-2. Way outside to Simmons. Actually squeaks away from the catcher Ardwa, and it's 1-2. 2 outs to the bottom of the fourth. It's a 2-2 ball game. Bases are empty. That's 1 ball, 2 strike count to Kendall Simmons. On this Fightin' Cancer night, he wears the high pink socks. The 1-2, swing and a miss over a changeup at 85. Simmons goes down on strikes. 5th strikeout tonight for Kyle Brnovich. He's retired 7 straight. No runs on no hits in the inning. Nobody left. We're through 4. We'll go to the 5th. 2-2's our score.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 9 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the R Phils.
20 of you will receive free tickets to the
Top half of the fifth inning. In this fifth inning, the Fightin Phillies would like to recognize Body Zone Sports and Wellness as the official workout facility of the R Phils. After tonight's Chick-fil-A team feed, I might need to be going to Body Zone to burn some of that sandwich off. So it's the top of the fifth. It's a 2-2 ball game. 7-8-9 due up for Bowie. It'll be Silas Ardwa who leads things off for the Baysox. Game 2 of 6 between Reading and Bowie this week. Second matchup series-wise for the teams this year. The first pitch from Matt Osterberg is a changeup that just misses outside. It's 1-0. Fightin Phils wear their white Fightin Cancer jerseys. White pants, red cap, 1-0. Is inside for a ball. It's 2-0. Says Fightin Phils on the front with the white F-fist. The Itin is in red. And the next pitch is swung on and fouled back. It's 2-1. Phils is in, well, actually it says Fightin Cancer underneath it. Cancer is written in black. The numbers on the back are red. And then the sleeves are a bunch of different colors on this Fightin Cancer night. 2-1, swung on and lifted foul. It's 2-2. Of course, tonight we recognize one of baseball's biggest fights, and that's the fight against cancer. Many Fightin Phils tonight are wearing uniforms with names on the back, not their names though, names of those who have battled cancer and either beat it or are still fighting it or have lost their battle with cancer. 2-2 is fouled straight down. It'll stay 2 balls and 2 strikes. And after tonight's game, either the honoree or their family will be awarded with the game-worn jersey from the player that wore it after the game. 2-2, swung on and fouled again by Ardwa. It stays 2 balls and 2 strikes. So just a really special night, a really special thing that the Fightin Phils do on a yearly basis. And it's always, really cool to kind of watch the interaction between the players and the families on this Fightin Cancer night. Here's the 2-2. That's outside, 3-2. The players actually who are wearing the jerseys get a little bio and picture of who they are representing with the jersey that they are wearing. Here is the 3-2. That is on the inside corner, called strike 3. Ardwa goes down on strikes, the second punch out for Osterberg tonight. And that'll bring the 8-hole hitter Colin Burns to the plate.
Really can't argue with what Osterberg has done to this point in time. He's given up just a couple of big hits in it. The double and single that got them the first run of the ball game. And, of course, the home run by Fabian that tied it up. But pitching to contact, that's what he does.
First pitch to Burns, right down the chute. It's a strike, it's 0-1. Also in attendance tonight for Fightin Cancer Night are Charlie Manuel and Missy. Next pitch is a bunt that's sent back foul. Both of them are cancer survivors themselves. And Charlie spoke on the field prior to tonight's game and was a part of a photo session for fans as well before tonight's ball game. The ball is 2 strikes our count. The count to Colin Burns. Here's the pitch. Swung on and knuckled. Foul territory, left side. Kemp in foul territory, slides on the track, but the ball's just out of his reach and takes a hop into the crowd. It'll stay 0-2. Had a great about 10-minute conversation with Charlie Manuel earlier tonight. That is up on our YouTube channel currently, so if you want to check it out, Fightin Phil's YouTube channel. We'll get it up on social media here soon as well. 0-2, swing, and he tried to check his swing. They'll appeal to third, where third base umpire Kevin Manzuk will say no swing. And it's 1-2. Kevin Manzuk is our crew chief. Nelson Fraley has balls and strikes. Jesse Bush is at first. And the 1-2 is swung on a crank but foul down the right field line. It'll stay 1 ball and 2 strikes. Burns tonight, 0 for 1, grounded into a fielder's choice back in the second. The 1-2 swung on, ground ball towards the middle. Schwecke behind the second base bag, fields it. The shortstop's throw is on the money, and that's out number 2. So Osterberg, since the home run from Judd Fabian, has all of a sudden retired 7 in a row. That'll bring the 9-man Ryan Higgins up.
And a nice play by Schwecke. We talked about Schwecke a little bit last night in terms of his versatility. He can play second, he can play short third. He's played left field as well in his time here in Reading. He's not going to be a Gold Glove shortstop, but he can make the plays and make a couple of excellent ones as he did there.
First pitch to Higgins, a bit up, and he also tried the bunt on it, but pulls back, and it's 1 ball, no strikes to Ryan Higgins, who's 0 for 1 tonight. Flew out to center back in the 3rd inning.
Previous hitter Colin Burns tried to drop one down. Both of them tried to bunt last night at one point.
Next pitch, swing and a miss on a slider. It's 1-1. So Otto Kemp started back. Then he came up to about even with the base, the third baseman. Now he's back about 10 or 12 feet or so behind the bag. 1-1 is outside. 2 balls and a strike. Kemp about a step and a dive off the bag. Schwecke is pretty straight up at short with the righty up. Simmons at second is shaded towards the second base bag, and Taylor is about 15, 20 feet off the bag at first, beyond the cutout. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, it's 2-2. Outfielder is Higgins to go the other way. Center fielder Lee Sang is shaded towards the right center gap, just in front of the Silverline Trailers billboard. The corners, though, are pretty straight up. And it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count with 2 outs to Ryan Higgins. Osterberg looking for a clean frame. This will be pitch number 74. Here it is. That one's a slider that's inside of the righty Higgins, and the count runs full. Higgins just a 186 hitter in his time at AA so far. This is game number 26. He's played with Bowie. The payoff to him, swung on, hit well. Left center field, it's falling for a base hit. It'll roll up the alley and off the left center field wall. Towards second goes Higgins. He'll take a turn around the bag. That's where he'll stop. And it's a 2-out double for Ryan Higgins, his 4th of the season. And the Baysox flipped the lineup card over with a man in scoring position and 2 outs.
That's the 3rd extra base hit of this series now for Ryan Higgins, batting in the 9 spot. And he hit it hard right into the alley in left center field. That flips the lineup around now for Fabian to try to get these Baysox their first lead.
Judd Fabian tied this game up his last time up in the 3rd. He had a home run. That was his 13th of the season. He is amongst the Eastern League leaders when it comes to home runs. Osterberg moves to the stretch. His first pitch home is just beneath the knees for a ball, 1-0. Fabian's 13th home run puts him in a tie for 2nd with a couple of others in the Eastern League. Augustine Ramirez leads the Eastern League in home runs at 16, but he is now with AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre in the Yankees organization, formerly a Somerset Patriot. And Osterberg will step off and look the runner back. No throw, though. Higgins does have a stolen base this year. He's 1 for 2. It'll be very hard-pressed to see Higgins run with 2 outs in the inning. Here's the 1-0, and that is on the inside corner, 1-1. You also wonder if this is the last inning for Osterberg. He's up to 78 pitches.
There's
Connor Ash is
starting to move around down there,
stretching in the Fightin Phillies bullpen. Here's the 1-1, swing and a miss. Buckled him on a slider inside. It's 1-2 to Judd Fabian. So Matt Osterberg again is just a strike away from getting out of this inning. He's looking to keep it a tie game as we're about to reach the game's midpoint. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs in the 5th. 2-2 our score. Higgins gets his lead off second. Osterberg peers home. And lefty will come set at the letters. And he'll try to look the runner back, but Kendall Simmons was not covering the bag. Lachlan Wells and Robert Moore did execute a perfect pickoff play last night. Let's see if Simmons creeps him towards the bag. He tiptoes in a bit. And here's the 1-2. That's down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Judd Fabian. Fabian, a 23-year-old, 6'1", 195 pounds. That's on the right side. Formerly was a switch hitter in high school. And the next pitch to him, he swings and misses. And Matt Osterberg wins that battle. 3rd strikeout of the night's a big one. And that retires a side in the 5th. No runs on a hit. There were no errors. 1 left on base for the Baysox. We're halfway home in baseball town. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Still a 2-2 game.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Watch me now.
Listen up, baseball fans. The Bally Live app is your home for everything MILB. Download the app today and watch every single MILB game absolutely free. Chat and interact with other fans. Play daily games and win prizes. Plus, you'll get access to the MILB Zone, where you can follow your favorite MILB players and teams all season long. So step up to the plate and download the Bally Live app today.
Bottom of the 5th inning is presented by Cornwall Manor, a unique and charming community nestled on a 190-acre wooded campus with many walking trails, including the Lebanon County Rail Trail. 2-2 ball game, bottom 5. Trevor Schwecke leads things off. 6, 7, 8, 2 up for the Fightin Phils in the inning. And Schwecke will dig in. He's 0 for 1 tonight, working here against Kyle Bronovich, who's out for inning number 5 of work. And really, aside for the 2 runs in the 1st inning, he has been really, really solid tonight. So Schwecke in from the right side. First pitch home from Bronovich. He'll square to bunt, and he'll pull it back, but it is a strike up in the zone. It's 0-1. Higgins at third was charging. He'll retreat, and he's going to play once again pretty deep at third. And here's the 0-1. And Schwecke takes outside. It's ball and a strike.
Well, Connor Ash was up and throwing to Phil's bullpen, but now he's not.
1-1. Schwecke swings. Line drive, right center field. It is down for a base hit. Judd Fabian, the center fielder, gets to it to cut it off. Big turnaround first for Schwecke, but he'll put the brakes on there. And it's a leadoff single for Schwecke. That'll bring Andrik Nava to the plate.
Good base running after the hit by Schwecke. He pushed it out of the box just in case. Fabian did a nice job to get over and cut it off. Off the bat, that looked like it could have the potential for a double, but Fabian got there quickly. If he did not, Schwecke standing on second.
So it'll be the switch hitter Andrik Nava who digs in. It'll be from the left side against the righty Bronovich. First pitch to him's down for a ball, 1-0.
Great play by Arjois. Otherwise, that ball is all the way to the backstop.
Not only did he smother it, but he was up and looking to throw to first. Should Schwecke have started to go towards second. So 1 ball, no strikes to count to Andrik Nava. Here's the 1-0. That looked like a weird landing for Bronovich. It's over for a strike, but it looked like he did not land cleanly. I don't know if you saw the same thing I saw. Looked like he landed kind of like was herky-jerky for a second. Have to keep an eye on that. Here's the 1-0, and that's over for a strike 1 and 2. Nava tonight walked and was caught stealing in the second. As Trevor Schwecke gets his lead off first. 8 for 8 in steals this year is Trevor Schwecke. And the 1-2. That's swung on, knuckled foul, and it'll be off the netting above the Bowie dugout on the third base side, 2-2. Ball and 2 strikes to count to Andrik Nava. Bronovich comes set at the belt, holding the throw over to first. Schwecke's back in. It was a hot and humid day today, but the storm has brought much needed relief. A nice cold front came in. Humidity has dropped. Temperatures down to 73 when it was 90 for most of the day. 1-2. And that's down and into Nava. It's 2-2. balls, 2 strikes to count to Nava. Schwecke again gets his lead off first. Here's the 2-2 home. That is up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So another good at-bat work by the catcher, Andrik Nava. Nava, about 2 weeks of threading so far, is promoted back on June the 11th. Him and Otto Kemp both were promoted the first game of that Portland series a couple of weeks back. Here's the 3-2. Schwecke starts and stops, and Nava lifts it foul out of play. Count will stay full to the catcher.
I was just checking on the pitch totals for Brnovich over the course of the season because he's been both starter and reliever. 9th start and 5 times out of the bullpen, but he has thrown upwards of 70 pitches on multiple occasions.
Pitch number 55, here it is. Nava swings, hits it in the air out towards center. It was in on the hands a bit, it's not deep. Judd Fabian, the center fielder, starts back, comes in, and makes the catch. I'll throw back to first. Schwecke does get back, and that is out number 1 for Brnovich, and that'll bring Ethan Wilson to the plate.
The most pitches that Brnovich has thrown was in his last outing in Altoona. He only went 4 2/3 innings, but he threw 79 pitches. So he's much more efficient in his pitch total so far tonight. As Jake said, 55 pitches, and he's got one out here in the 5th.
First pitch to Ethan Wilson, swings and misses, it's 0-1. Ethan Wilson's 0-for-1 tonight. He struck out swinging back in the 2nd. That was the front end of that strike him out, throw him out double play where they caught Andrik Nava stealing at second base. 0-1, Wilson swings, fouls it straight back, it's 0-2. Fightin Phils, winners of 4 straight. Baysox are losers of 6 straight. So 2 teams entering tonight that are seemingly heading in different directions as of late. And they'll throw over towards first. Schwecke back in, standing up. Fightin Phils, of course, looking for a good start to the second half. They are 1-0 after last night's win. They were 1-0 in the first half this year as well. They were 3-2 also, and then ultimately finished 31-37. And the 0-2, that's up and out. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ethan Wilson. Wilson in from the left side. Infield set to turn 2. Shortstop in Cosme is shaded by the second base bag with the lefty up. 1-2. Wilson swings and it's foul. Got a piece of the catcher Ardua looked like. So Nelson Fraley, our home plate umpire, will throw a ball out. Ball and 2 strikes again to Ethan Wilson. 1-2. Swings and hits it straight back foul. It stays 1-2. With Otto Kemp's home run back in the first, the Fightin Phils have now homered in 11 straight games. That matches their high from last year. And they've also now homered in 18 out of their last 19 games dating back to June the 4th. It's been a power display for this team as of late. 1-2. Wilson swings and it's hit foul again. He continues to fight it off. Look around the Eastern League. Somerset on top of Richmond 4-3 in the 8th. Hartford leads New Hampshire 8-6, 8-5 in the 6th. Akron and Altoona. Akron beat Altoona. Portland and Binghamton were postponed tonight. Wilson fouls it back again. That came up at Mirabito Stadium in Binghamton. So the only rain out tonight. This game was delayed. About 40 or so minutes. But we're 2 outs away from this game going official. But of course, somebody's got to take the lead for that to actually matter. And it remains a 1 ball, 2 strike count to Wilson. This will be pitch number 7 to him. Trying to win the battle here against Brnovich. I'll throw back over. It's 1-2. Baron Ratcliffe, the 9-hitter, waits on deck for the Fightin Phils. And Schwecke started and stopped. Here's the pitch. He doesn't go, and Wilson fouls it back again. wonder if Charlie Manuel's still here, and I wonder if he's watching this at bat, thinking of Brett Myers. Was it 14 pitch at bat?
That's a great question. It's somewhere in that neck of the woods.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Ethan Wilson. Schwecke at a late steal. He's going to be in there easily. And Wilson swings and it falls into left field for a base hit. Schwecke goes up to third. So everything executed perfectly for the Fightin' Phils on that one. The late steal from Schwecke, early steal from Schwecke. Bernovich didn't realize it. And then Wilson fists one in the shallow right field for a base hit. And it's now runners on first and third. 1 out for Baron Radcliffe.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It may not have been textbook stuff. Schwecke was way early with his takeoff, and Bernovich just simply didn't step off the mound. He would have had him picked off, and now we're going to get a visit from Austin Miney, the pitching coach for the Baysox, and I would think it has as much to do with the events that just transpired, because up until literally seconds ago, Bernovich has been pretty much in control, but he just kind of lost track of Schwecke there because he had him dead to rights if he stepped off and he had it picked off, but Schwecke got the break he was looking for, and then Ethan Wilson with an exit velocity that couldn't have been faster than Jake's drive to work this morning, I would think. That
61.7, that's a fair comparison.
There you go. So he bleeds one into left field for a base hit. Because he was running, Schwecke goes all the way to third. If that gets caught, and it was close to being caught by the infield, if that gets caught, then Schwecke's in a double play and the inning's over with. So now it's an opportunity for the Phils to try to take advantage of it and regain the lead.
So it brings Baron Radcliffe to the plate with 1 out here in the inning. Bernovich set at the belt. This will be pitch number 65 for him. Radcliffe takes outside for a ball. It's 1-0. With the top of the lineup on deck, running a chance to retake the lead and put some damage here on the Baysox. It's a 2-2 ball game in the 5th. 1-0. Radcliffe takes all the way. It's a strike, 1-1.
Bowie with the infield back, hoping to turn the double play to get out of this inning with the go-ahead runner at third. They don't opt to bring the infield up, hoping instead to turn the double play and end the inning.
Here's the 1-1. Radcliffe takes inside. It's 2-1. Also wonder if the Fightin' Phils will consider to put the runners in motion. You have speed on the corners. Wilson at first has 6 stolen bases. Schwecke at third is 8. So we'll see if Wilson takes off. He's got his lead about a foot shy of the cutout. Now he extends it a little bit. It's a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Radcliffe swings and fouls it straight back our way. But a bit over our head, and it's 2-2. Radcliffe 0 for 1 tonight. He flew out the left his first time up. That came to lead off the bottom half of the 3rd inning. 2-2. Radcliffe takes. That's the top of the zone for a called strike 3. And there's 2 outs in the inning. Strikeout number 6 tonight for Bernovich. And that'll bring Marcus Lee Sang to the plate with 2 outs.
And it's another rough at bat for Baron Radcliffe. He struck out twice in 4 plate appearances last night. But it's a situation where you got to get bat on ball.
First pitch to Lee Sang. He takes it for a strike. It's 0-1. Marcus tonight is 1 for 2. Single back in the first and scored on the Otto Kemp home run. Now he's looking to drive in at least run here. It's a 2-2 ball game in the 5th with 2 outs. Men on the corners. 0-1. He swings and fouls it straight back. It's 0-2. So now Lee Sang will have to take himself out of an 0-2 hole. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to count. Bernovich looking to escape a bit of a jam. The pitch. Lee Sang takes outside corner. That's a called strike 3. Backdoor to curveball in against Lee Sang. Strikeout number 7 retires the side in the 5th. No runs in the inning. There were 2 hits. There were no errors, and 2 are left on base. We played 5. We'll go to the 6th. Still tied up at 2.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living. When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Giovanna's Pizzeria, Railroad House, Why I'm Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
Top of the sixth inning, established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedent over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information. Dylan Beavers leads off for Bowie, 2-3-4 here in the sixth. It's a 2-2 ball game after the Fightin' Phils left them stranded on the corners last inning. First pitch from Matt Osterberg's outside for a ball 1-0. We'll say I got out and played golf Sunday morning.
You did you?
First time of the season. Played 9. Next pitch just swung on and cued down the third base line. Charging Skep, throws on the run. He gets him out number 1 for Samuel Basayo. Shot a, I don't know if I should say my score. 47, got a couple of pars. I'm not very good, so we take what we can get. But the clubs are up here, so if anybody's looking to get around it.
Yeah?
On a Monday,
you got time tomorrow? Yeah, I was going to say, Monday's going to be your day.
Mondays or maybe Sundays late.
Yeah.
If we're on the road. First pitch to Basayo's outside for a ball 1-0. Are you a golfer, Bob?
I am. I played Saturday morning. I got my first round in on Saturday morning.
18 or 9?
I played 18.
What'd you shoot?
Wasn't a great day.
1-0 makes it 1-1.
I shot an 87.
I mean, if I shot an 87, Bob, I'd be doing backflips and cartwheels. Now, I'll ask this next question after this next pitch. Here's the 1-1. 1-2. You still shooting off the white tees?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect it then.
Oh, you think whether? Oh,
well,
you mean whether I went to the Reds?
No, the yellows.
Oh, well, whatever. Reds, yellows. Most places anymore they are the same. But
well, a lot of places will like merge it.
Right.
Nice clubs will have all 5.
Right.
1-2. It's outside 2-2. I play from the whites. I don't play from the. If I played from the tips, I don't know if I'd even get it up to the Reds on my drive. Because I can drive it. The issue is that it might go 280 yards. It's just going to be 4 fairways over.
Well, there's that.
Next one's down 3-2. But I always say, it might not be pretty, but I can get around the green in usually 3. I just can't chip and putt. If I can chip and putt, I knock 15 strokes off my game.
Big piece of the game. That's
3-2, swung on, lifted foul.
That's what did me in on Saturday. It was I putted okay with my short game, and that's from playing. This is my first round probably since September. So it's a long time coming.
Here's the 3-2. Swung on, line drive, right field. It's a base hit. Basayo will make a turnaround first and stop. Radcliffe gets to it quickly and gets it in. So that's a base hit. It's the 6th of the night for Bowie, and that'll bring T.T. Bowens to the plate, and immediately there is action in the Phils bullpen, and it is Connor Ash throwing again.
Osterberg may have gotten away with one there. He hung that slider a little bit to Basayo, and he turned on it hard. Fortunately for Osterberg, he didn't get it lifted, but he hit it on a line instead. It's a base hit.
And first pitch to Bowens outside, it's 1-0. So what I'm saying here is that I think we need to get a Phils broadcast booth golf outing at some point.
That's fair. I can be on board with that.
Maybe we can get some other people to join us. Does Mike Keller golf?
Mike Keller's a good golfer.
1-0 is up 2-0.
I mean, it really irritates the living daylights out of me that he's a better golfer than I am. Just going to tell you that.
I mean, he's got.
No, he's good.
He's got the youth factor. Well, but also for golf, I guess it doesn't matter.
No. Not necessarily.
Here's the 2-0. Swung on and dribbled foul. I know our Phil's coaches, Brock Stassi and Carl Ellison, will get out a bunch. They have a little friendly competition going between the two of them.
So you're saying they don't just play for fun?
I mean, when you're a
wrong with it.
professional athlete or a coach, I feel like there's no such thing as playing for fun. There's always something on the line.
Absolutely correct.
2-1, swinging and a miss 2-2. Now, if we played, I'd have to take a handicap if we wanted to make it competitive.
I see. That's fine.
Or we could scramble.
We can figure it out.
So it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count to T.T. Bowens. One out in the top of the sixth. 2-2 ball game as Basayo gets his lead off first. The pitch is swung on, hit in the air down the left field line, but foul. And it'll stay 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Really got up and in on Bowens on that one. He hit that one way off his fist.
So Osterberg's at 94 pitches. That is a season high for him.
That pitch count really seemed to jump because
85 was his prior high.
Well, 2 innings ago he threw a 5-pitch inning.
2-2. That's down 3-2. So you wonder if this is his last batter. But they have a lefty on deck in Bencosme, and then a righty's in the hole in Rhodes. So I don't know if Ash is warming up maybe to go for Rhodes if it gets to that point, or maybe this is his last batter no matter what. Maybe he'll roll a double play ball. 3-2. Swung on, lifted in the air, right center field. Lee Sang's back. He turns in front of the wall. He'll leap, and it's off the facing of the wall. Ratcliffe got there well, so Basayo gets to third, and that's where he'll stop. And it's a 1-out double for T.T. Bowens, and that'll put men on second and third. And it looks like that'll be it.
Yep, here comes Carl Ellison out of the dugout. So that's going to be the end of the night for Osterberg. And he dodges the bullet there because that ball was well hit. Fortunately for him, the ballpark held it. And as Jake said, well played by Baron Radcliffe. As Marcus Lee Sang went to make the leaping catch, Radcliffe was there as the backup, and he got the carom off the wall nicely and got it back into the infield and kept the lead runner, Basaya, at third base.
So Matt Osterberg's night is done after 5 1/3 innings. Connor Ash is in out of the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen. We'll more on Ash after this here on the Fightin' Phil's Radio Network.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year, 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Briganti Wines offers a great selection of wines in New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania. Headquartered in South Jersey and sourced from Italy's Abruzzo region, Briganti Wines is ran by former Fightin' Phil's great and big leaguer Mike Costanzo. They are committed to quality, authenticity, and sustainability, attracting a loyal following of customers. Get Briganti Wines at select local Acme stores. Visit brigantiwines.com to learn more.
Two ball game, runners on second and third and 1 out. The bottom half of the 6th inning. Connor Ash, the new arm, in for the Fightin' Phils.
For Connor Ash's 17th appearance of the season, he has made 6 starts on the season, so obviously this is his 11th appearance out of the bullpen. No balls and 2 strikes, 2.73 earned run average. In 33 innings pitched, he's given up just 24 hits, 28 strikeouts, and 20 walks.
So Frederick Bencosme is the batter. The infield is up for the Fightin' Phils. Ash looking to keep this a tie game. First pitch, Bencosme swings and cranks it down the right field line, but it will go foul. It's 0-1. Bencosme tonight is 1 for 2, doubled and scored back in the 2nd inning. And Connor Ash looking for a strikeout, a ground ball, or a shallow pop fly. It's at an 0-1 count. Set at the belt, the pitch. And that one swung on, lifted in the air well towards right. Ratcliffe goes back, reaches over his shoulder, makes the catch. Tagging from third is Basayo. Whole score. Throw goes to the cutoff man. And it's an RBI sac fly for Frederick Bencosme. Bowens goes up to third, and that's RBI number 24 on the season for Ben Cosman. That makes it a 3-2 ball game. John Rhodes, the batter.
It's the first lead in this series for Bowie, as Ben Cosme hit the foul ball far and deep, and then fortunately for Connor Ash and the Phils, he hit that one hard as well, but he hit it right in the direction of Barron Radcliffe.
First pitch to John Rhodes at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1.
So if Ash can get out of this spot forward, then he's done his job. Yeah, he's given up the go-ahead run, but inheriting second and third and one out. If he can get out of here with no more further damage, then he's done his job.
Here's the 0-1. Swinging a foul ball. It's 0-2 to John Rhodes. So Ash 1 strike away from doing his job. It's a no ball, 2 strike count with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Bowie's jumped in front. It's 3-2. It's been 3 unanswered for Bowie since Reading put 2 up in the bottom of the 1st. Righty on righty matchup here. Ash will fire home. Rhodes swings and misses. He's down on strikes. So that will finish off the Baysox in this 6th inning. 1 run in the frame for Bowie on a pair of hits. There were no errors, and they leave 1 man on base. We played 5.5. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Bowie's on top. It's 3-2.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Briganti Wines offers a great selection of wines in New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania. Headquartered in South Jersey and sourced from Italy's Abruzzo region, Briganti Wines is ran by former Fightin Phillies great and big leaguer Mike Costanzo. They are committed to quality, authenticity, and sustainability, attracting a loyal following of customers. Get Briganti Wines at select local Acme stores. Visit brigantiwines.com to learn more.
That's Baseball Town native Taylor Swift and the Slingshot Sing-Along. Brought to you by our...
Bottom half of the 6th inning. And new pitcher in for the Bowie Baysox. It is Cody Scroggins, actually a former Portland Sea Dog, so he's familiar with Reading, making an appearance here with the Baysox in a 3-2 ball game.
Pitched in 6 games for Portland, and then making his 2nd appearance with the Bowie Baysox. No decisions, 3.86 earned average. With Bowie, 2 1/3 innings in that 1 previous appearance, 3 hits, 1 strikeout, and no walks.
First batter he gets is Carlos De La Cruz. First pitch to him is over for a strike. It's 0-1. So the line on Branovich goes 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a walk, and 7 strikeouts. Next pitch, De La Cruz swings, fouls it back. It's 0-2. So not a new face is Cody Scroggins, these Fightin Phils. They've seen him before. And it's 2-3-4 due up for Reading in the inning as they're trying to come back here. De La Cruz swings and fouls it back 1-2. No action currently in the Fightin Phils bullpen, so it looks like Connor Ash will get the top of the 7th. The line on Matt Osterberg goes 5 1/3, 7 hits, 3 runs all earned, no walks, and 3 strikeouts for the southpaw from Coleman, Wisconsin. 0-2, De La Cruz swing and a miss. He's down on strikes, 3 strikeouts for De La Cruz tonight. Who's just not looked comfortable really at all at the plate tonight.
No, as good as he's looked of late, it's just not looked the same tonight for Carlos.
This day in Baseball Town history is presented by our friends at Savage Auto Group. Visit Tim Profit and Savage 61 for all of your automotive needs. June 26, 2015 here at Reading in Game 2 of a doubleheader. Andrew Knapp, former Phillies catcher, was 1 for 4 with a walk and an RBI in his Double-A debut. This hit came with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th, driving Kelly Dugan for the game-winning run over Akron. First pitch, a strike, 0-1, and was the start of a 17-game hitting streak for the switch-hitting catcher, Andrew Knapp. Here's the 0-1, and that is just outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Carson Taylor tonight 0 for 2. 301 hitter. He's got 10 home runs, an Eastern League best 53 RBI. 1-1, swinging a miss 1 and 2.
There's the often mustachioed Andrew Knapp. Wore that mustache when he was here in Reading, as well as his time in Philadelphia. Didn't look good, but he wore it anyhow.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Gets away from the catcher, Ardwa. Taylor's busting it up to first. There will be no play as the ball rolls to the backstop, so Carson Taylor strikes out, but he is aboard on first for Otto Kemp.
Phillies had one of those last night with Robert Moore getting on board as a result of a strikeout and turned it into a run eventually in that inning. Robert Moore did not score the run, but the Phillies did get a run out of that strikeout, getting away from the catcher. And Ardwa really had no shot to get that one. That was at the backstop in a hurry.
So here's Kemp from the right side. Been responsible for all of Reading's runs tonight. First pitch outside the ball, it's 1-0. Hit a 2-run home run back in the first inning. Made it a 2-0 ball game at the time. But we scored 3 unanswered. They lead 3-2 after grabbing the lead in the top half of the 6th. And the 1-0. That's down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. And Kemp takes it high and up. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Kemp had the 2-run home run in the first. He struck out looking in the 4th. Of course, the first time for all these running hitters that they're not seeing Bernovitz tonight. So we'll see if Kemp is taken all the way on a 3-0 count. And the pitch. He's not. He swings, hits it in the air, right center field. Beavers, Fabian converge. It is Beavers who makes the call. The right fielder the catch in the right center gap. And that is out number 2. And that'll bring Kendall Simmons to the plate.
Beavers broke right back to the fence. I think he believed off the bat that ball was leaving the ballpark. He broke back to the fence, put his hand up against the fence so he knew where it was, and then had to sprint in because it was about 10 feet from getting to the fence.
So 2 outs for Kendall Simmons. Carson Taylor gets his lead off first. Scroggins comes to the belt. Here's the pitch. And that is on the inside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Kendall Simmons 0 for 2 tonight. Just 4 hits for the Fightin Phils. Simmons, who's popped out and struck out in this ball game. 0-1, swung on and grounded foul into the Bowie dugout on the left side. And it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Simmons, who sports the high pink socks, pink batting gloves on this Fightin Cancer night. In from the right side, Scroggins fires the 0-2. Simmons takes it at the knees, and he knew it. That's a called strike 3, and that'll end the inning here in the 6th. So it was 3 strikeouts in the inning for Scroggins, and there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left for the Fightin Phils. We will head to the 7th. Baysox still on top. It's 3-2.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
The Fightin' Phils thank White Star Travel and Tours for presenting the 2024 Fightin' Phils Fan Road Trip. This year's trip runs from July 26th to 29th and features stops to see the Fightin' Phils in New Hampshire, along with the chance to meet a player and coach. The trip also heads to the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, a Red Sox-Yankees game at Fenway Park, and finally Citizens Bank Park to see the Phillies take on the New York Yankees.
Top half of the 7th inning, 3-2 our score. Bowie has the lead. And the Fightin' Phils are excited to bring you our Phils baseball live from the comfort of your own home. Join us on the Fightin' Phils Radio Network on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, ourphils.com/radio for free on the for free on the Bally Live app or on MILB TV. So however you are getting your Fightin' Phils or Bowie Baysox baseball, we appreciate you joining us. My name is Jake Starr. Sitting to my right is my broadcast partner, Bob McCool. Bottom third of the lineup due up. Silas Ardua is the first batter, and Connor Ash's first pitch is up for a ball. It's 1-0. Here is the 1-0, and it's swung on and missed. 1-1. The count to Silas Ardua. Ardua tonight is 1 for 2. He singled and drove in a run in the second, struck out in the 5th. And the 1-1 is just inside for a ball. It's 2-1. Connor Ash pitching in his 17th game. He has made 6 starts this season. Pitched once last week against New Hampshire. The next pitch is a bit inside the Ardua. It's 3-1.
Levi Stout, right-hander, now throwing in the Bowie bullpen. Phil's a lot of stirring, no, not yet pitching.
Here is the 3-1. Swung on, lifted in the air, foul territory. It'll go out of play foul, and it's 3-2. So it looks like Cody Scroggins will be one and done tonight for the Baysox as the righty Stout gets loose. 3-2 is on the inside corner, caught strike 3. Ardua didn't think so, but home plate umpire Nelson Fairley disagreed. Second strikeout for Connor Ash. That'll bring the 8-man Colin Burns to the plate.
So good job by Ash since he's come in. He gets the fly ball. It turns into a run, but again, he inherited second and third and 1 out. But out of that jam with no more further damage. That gets a strikeout to start the 7th.
Next pitch is up to Burns. It's 1-0. Is at the knees for a strike, 1-1. One is swung on and foul tipped in the mid of Nava. It's 1-2. So ball and 2 strikes with 1 out to Colin Burns. And here is the 1-2. That's a curveball that didn't really curve much. It's 2-2.
It looked like it might have slipped out of his hand a little bit, and he kind of lost his balance in the delivery as well.
Nobody's throwing currently, but Zach Hockey looks ready to start throwing. I'm just waiting for the go-ahead from pitching coach Phil Condary. Swing and a miss. Colin Burns goes down on strikes. 3 straight strikeouts dating back to last inning for Connor Ash, and he's up to 3 tonight. And there's 2 outs for Ryan Higgins.
Yeah, that was the cutter from Connor Ash, and he had Burns way out in front of it.
Higgins 1 for 2 on the night. He's flown out the center, and he is doubled.
Now Hockey does officially begin to throw.
First pitch is a bit up for a ball, 1-0.
So it certainly would appear that the idea here is for Hockey to have the 8th inning, with Ash needing just 1 more out to get out of the 7th.
Here is the 1-0. That's up, 2 balls, no strikes. Higgins is 1 for 2 tonight. Doubled in his last at-bat back in the 5th. Here's the 2-0. That's swung on, lifted, foul behind home plate. It'll be 2 balls, 1 strike. Top of the 7th inning. 3-2 our score. Baysox on top. Bowie's looking to snap a 6-game losing streak. Fightin Phil's currently riding a 4-game win streak. 2-1 is on the inside corner, 2-2. Looked like that one maybe nibbled the upper part of the strike zone in the corner.
Ron Higgins would like a moment for rebuttal.
Well, unfortunately, the judge was here last night, so there won't be any
This
arguments.
is true.
2 balls, 2 strikes, our count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line drive towards left. De La Cruz broke in for a second, then breaks back and makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning for the Fightin Phils, and we will keep things here before we go to the next inning, because it's 7th inning stretch time, and you all know who's singing.
And you know who's not. In case you want to hear.
Where our Phil's broadcaster Jake Starr will lead us in the singing of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Take it away, Jake.
Thank you, James. Hope everybody is having a great time tonight. If you know the words, sing it with me. A 1, a 2. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if we never get back, for it's root for the Fightin. If they don't win, it's a shame. So it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's go Fightin Phils. Back to you, James.
That was Jake Starr with tonight's Mitsubishi Chemical Group 7th inning stretch.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
Welcome to Aspire Memory Support at the Highlands of Wyomissing, where every day is filled with purpose and connection. Our innovative approach featuring the bottom of the 7th inning is brought to you by Swartz Culleton GC. Have you or a loved one been injured? Get justice today. Call 1-800-JUSTICE. 3-2 our score. Trevor Schwecke leads off. First pitch, he takes inside. Actually, I'm going to say he fouled it. So it's a strike going 1. Levi Stout's the new arm in for the Baysox.
Stout making just his 2nd appearance. His first appearance, he went 2 innings. He gave up a hit, 4 strikeouts, with no walks.
1. Schwecke takes it inside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to Trevor Schwecke. Schwecke, who is 1 for 2 tonight. That's from the right side against the righty Levi Stout. Here's the 1-1, and Schwecke will take it inside. It's 2-1. There is action now in the Fightin Phils bullpen. It is Zach Hockey who is up and throwing. Here's the 2-1. It's swung on and belted foul out of play to the right side. It's 2-2. Levi Stout, the righty, comes set, fires home, and Schwecke takes it down for a ball. It's 3-2. Fightin Phils trail by 1. It's 3-2 in the 7th. They got 9 outs to work with to try and come back in this one. Righty on righty matchup. Here's the pitch. Schwecke takes it inside. That's ball 4. So it's leadoff walk for Trevor Schwecke. That'll bring Andrik Nava to the plate. Cody Stroggins went an inning, no runs, no hits, no walks, struck out 3. So is it striking out the side in that situation where
I was thinking the same thing. I mean, he has credit for 3 strikeouts. He did face ultimately 4 batters, but
he didn't technically strike out the side.
Correct. So I guess the answer to the question is no.
Here's
but
Nava.
I can't say that from an official scoreboard or scorekeeping standpoint.
They ask our friends down the hall.
Yep.
1 ball, no strikes after Nava took that down for a ball. And they're going to throw back over, and Schwecky's back in. See if they try and put the runner Schwecky in motion here. As we said, he's 8 for 8 in stolen bases on the season. And the Fightin' Phillies trail 3-2. Only 4 hits tonight. Here's the 1-0. Nava swings, fouls it straight back, and it's off the netting behind home plate. It's 1-1.
A healthy cut there for Andrik Nava. Didn't miss it by much.
Nice crowd tonight here for a Wednesday. Deck and pool were definitely full when this game started. Deck still is pretty full. 1-1 as Nava swings and lifts it foul. It's 1-2. Andrik Nava tonight walked back in the second. Was caught stealing. Flew out the center in the 5th. Here's the 1-2. Nava swings, dribbles it foul off the facing of the Phillies dugout. Stays the ball in 2 strikes. Schwecky gets his lead off first. Once again, it's a 3-2 game. Bowie's on top. The bottom half of the 7th inning. Levi Stout comes set at the belt. Here's the 1-2. That's outside for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nava 231 in his brief stint in Double-A so far. Here's the 2-2. That's down. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count to Nava. Clear skies for now. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Fightin' Phillies looking for a late rally here. They still got 9 outs to work with, so still plenty of time to go here for Reading. 3-2, and Nava swings and misses. He's down on strikes. Couldn't catch up to 96 from Levi Stout, and that is out number 1. First strikeout for Stout, 11th overall for Bowie tonight, and that'll bring Ethan Wilson to the plate.
Phil struck out 12 times last night in the 8-4 win. And as Jake said, that's 11 strikeouts now with 1 out here in the 7th.
So Wilson digs in from the left side. And they have Schwecky picked off. He is out. No, they're going to say it's a balk. So they had Schwecky picked off.
They did.
And Jesse Bush was ready to call him out, but Kevin Manzuk standing behind the mound had the best view. Said it's a balk. Roberto Mercado comes out. Doesn't really go too far, and guess he gets an explanation. So Fightin' Phil's now the man in scoring position, and got bailed out there pretty big time.
Yeah, Schwecky, that's the second time that Schwecky got bailed out because he was in a position to get picked off the last time, and Kyle Brnovich just went ahead with his pitching motion instead of stepping off and picking him off.
First pitch to Wilson is on the inside corner for a strike. It's 0-1.
And on the pitch to the plate, Ethan Wilson lifted a little lazy little pop into the left field. It turned into a base hit in first and third. So Trevor Schwecky's been walking on some water right now between first and second on the base path tonight.
Here's the 0-1. Wilson swings, fouls it straight back. It's 0-2. There's been a lot of late swing foul balls tonight. A lot of balls just off that netting behind home plate for the Fightin' Phils.
Yeah, generally when it comes straight back like that, it's you're really literally just missing the baseball. In most cases, obviously, just under it a tick, and that's why it's coming straight back.
No balls, 2 strikes. The count remains to Ethan Wilson. 1 out, bottom 7. Trevor Schwecke gets the lead off second. He represents the tying run. The 0-2. Wilson takes down for a ball. It's 1-2. That balk was the first of the year for Levi Stout. 9th overall for Baysox pitchers this season. 1-2. Wilson swings, fouls it straight back, and it'll be our direction, but just over our heads. We were definitely ready. And it stays 1-2. Ethan Wilson 1 for 2 tonight. Singled his last time up. The 1-2, he swings, ground ball towards the middle. Takes an awkward carom off the mound, but Ben Consomme was ready. The shortstop fields and it goes to first. That's out number 2. Schwecke does advance to third, and that'll bring Baron Ratcliffe to the plate.
It was good base running by Schwecke. He knew it was right at him as he took his lead off of second, and it was a slow roller. He was off on contact, and so Ben Consomme really had no choice but to go to first base, and so now Schwecke is at third, just in the event of. Lots of things can happen, you never know. And so being at third base, prime position, if the Phils can get him home and tie the game up.
2 outs for Ratcliffe, big spot here. First pitch to him, he watches the fastball by for a strike, it's 0-1.
And it's allowed Schwecke with the left-handed hitter up in Radcliffe. It pulls the third baseman Higgins away from the third base bag, so Schwecke's really got himself a nice walking lead if a pitch gets away from the catcher.
Fastball wild pitch, should score a run. Here is the 0-1. Ratcliffe will take it inside for a strike, and it is no balls and 2 strikes to Baron Ratcliffe.
And as I was saying that about Higgins at third, the third baseman started closing in a little bit towards the bag. So now he drifts away, and now Schwecke gets a bigger lead.
Here's the 0-2. And just misses inside, 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes to Baron Ratcliffe. Looks looking for a single here. The pitch. That one's bounced, 2-2. Great stop, though.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about with Schwecke being on third base. It's a great play by Arjois, or this game is tied. Talk about spiking a pitch. I don't even know if that made the dirt. That might have hit the grass. That's how badly the release was from the pitch from Stout.
Here's the 2-2. Ratcliffe swings, fouls it straight back. And it'll stay 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Baron just missed that, and he knows it. He had a great cut at it, but just a tick under it.
Two our count again, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. 3-2 ball game. Bowie's on top of the Fightin' Phils. Stout winds and deals. Ratcliffe takes down. It's 3-2.
Heck of a take there for Radcliffe, and now he's got the count full. If they're falling behind quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Top of the order in the on-deck circle if Radcliffe can get on.
Ratcliffe 0 for 2 tonight. Fly out on a strikeout. He's looking to find some green grass here. 3-2. That's down, ball 4. Great at-bat from Baron Ratcliffe with 2 outs. And it brings up one of your most dangerous hitters here, Marcus Lee Sang. Both runners this inning have reached via the walk. Now Redding's going to try and make Bowie pay for it. So we'll get a mound visit here.
Austin Miney's going to come out now and talk with Stout to try to settle him in. Again, he had Radcliffe buried in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. And ultimately loses him. So he's walked 2 in this inning, and he's in a tough spot now because, as Jake said, now you flip the lineup around for Marcus Lee Sang, who's been a productive hitter all year long, but he's really been productive in the RBI spot. He's 3rd in the team in RBIs.
Big spot in the game coming up here. It's a 3-2 game. The Baysox are on top of the Fightin' Phils. There's men in the corners and 2 outs. And it'll be Marcus Lee Sang, who's been one of the best hitters for the Fightin' Phils as of late. It was a slow start to the season for Lee Sang, but he's really found his groove the last couple of months. Man on the corners, 2 outs. Lee Sang digs in from the left side. On the other side of him, it's Levi Stout. First pitch. Lee Sang swings and cranks it foul off to the left side. It's 0-1. Marcus tonight's 1 for 3. Singled and scored in the first, then it was a ground out and a strikeout. All those came against Brnovich. 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2 behind a fastball at 95.
May have chased a little bit on that. Pitch was up a bit, a little bit away from him, and Lee Sang went up and chased after it.
Here's the 0-2. Lee Sang swings, fights it off foul. It stays 0-2. 97 on that fastball from Levi Stout. Lee Sang can just square one up. He can send it a long way. He's got 9 home runs this year, 31 RBI. Those 9 home runs are second on the team, trailing just Carson Taylor. That's an 0-ball, 2-strike count. Here's the pitch. Lee Sang swings. It's fouled back again, 0-2. The more he sees that fastball, the better timing he gets. Of course, Stout could always try and pull the string here with something off speed. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. It's been a long 7th, 29 pitches for Stout. Redding looking for something to capitalize off it. The pitch. That's low and away with the cutter. It's 1-2 to the lefty, Lee Sang.
So that becomes the question mark. If he's thrown the fastball for strikes, can he get anything over the plate off speed? Otherwise, the Fightins can sit on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Stout fires. Lee Sang swings. It's foul tip. Squeezed by the catcher, Ardwa. And that will retire the side here in the 7th. Pair of strikeouts, pair of walks in the inning for Levi Stout. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left for the Fightin' Phils. We'll go to the 8th. Bowie's still on top. It's 3-2.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Pelleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Pelleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Pelleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays are presented by Cathay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, and the American Diner. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
We go to the top of the 8th inning. 3-2 our score. Bowie's on top. New pitcher in for the Fightin' Phils. Here to tell you all about it and take back over on the play-by-play, it's Bob McCool.
All right, thank you very much, Jake Starr. Zach Hockey is the Alberta University Golden Wolves call the bullpen, making his 16th appearance. All but one of them as a reliever. He's 1-2 with a 5.23 earned run average, 20 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 22 hits, 18 strikeouts, and 18 walks. He'll face the top of the order here in the 8th inning, and obviously the task for Hockey is to keep the Baysox where they are with a 3-2 advantage. As Bowie comes to the plate here in the 8th, Judd Fabian with a solo home run in 3 plate appearances. His only hit in this series so far, 1 for 8. As the right-hander takes the first pitch up and in, ball 1. Hockey, 27 years of age, 6'7", 220-pound right-hander. Originally signed by the drafted by the Kansas City Royals in 2018 in the 6th round out of the University of Kentucky. And he quickly falls behind Judd Fabian 2-0 as he missed up and in on the first, as I said, and away on the second. So 2-0 to the leadoff man, Judd Fabian, here in the 8th. Fouls that one away. Bowie bullpen is quiet. So even though it was a long inning for Levi Stout in the 7th, it would appear that he is going to come back for the 8th as there's nobody up in the bullpen. 2-1 pitch to the plate is there for a called strike 2. Hockey signed by the Philadelphia Phillies organization after leaving the Royals. He was signed as a free agent in spring training in March of 2023, and Fabian tried to check his swing, but he could not. And so that will be a strikeout, and out number 1 here in the 8th inning. And I'll bring up Dylan Beavers. Beavers 0 for 3 on the night, 0 for 7 in this series so far. First pitch to the 22-year-old left-handed hitter is outside for a ball. Scouts think that Beavers has the potential to hit well for an average. Not necessarily great power, although he does have 8 home runs so far in the year. Another check swing, and this one's foul. Has excellent speed, a great throwing arm as well. Played in right field in both nights so far in this series. 1-1 pitch to him. Just misses outside. Andrik Nava thought it was a strike, but our home plate umpire, Nelson Fraley, says no, it's 2 balls and 1 strike. This one's back through the middle, but Schwecke, the shortstop, is there. His throw across is in time for out number 2. Been a busy night for Travis Schwecke at shortstop. Mixed in with a couple of trips on the base pass. There's now 2 down for Samuel Basayo. Basayo 1 for 3 on the night. Singled his last time up, came around to score what is right now the go-ahead run. 3 runs on 7 hits and an error for Bowie. 2 runs on 4 hits and no errors for the Fightins. As Basayo takes the first pitch to him outside for a ball. And Basayo, just 19 years of age. He was the catcher in last night's game, playing at first base tonight. The left-hand hitter takes that one inside. It's 2-0. This one lifted straight up, shallow right field. Kendall Simmons, the second baseman, calls for it, and he'll make the catch for the 3rd and final out in the inning. For the Baysox in the 8th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. We'll head to the bottom half of inning number 8. It remains 3-2 Bowie on top.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
We head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, located at 290 Morgantown Road in Reading, has been serving the Berks County community with authentic Italian dishes since its grand opening in April 1997 with a wide selection of homemade Italian favorites. Be sure to enjoy an amazing meal for everyone in your family. Mimo's newly renovated space is also the perfect spot for private parties and events. Mimo's is family-owned and operated and has been voted the best in Berks on multiple occasions. Come check out Mimo's for yourself and visit mimos.org for more information. Mimo's is the proud 2024 Fightin Phil's team feed partner. Carlos De La Cruz will lead it off for the Fightins here as they trail 3-2 in this bottom half of the 8th inning. De La Cruz to be followed by Carson Taylor and Otto Kemp, 2, 3, and 4 in the Phil's lineup. First pitch up and in for De La Cruz, who's so far had a night he'd rather kind of scratched from the memory bank. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, but he can change that thought process right here. 1-0 pitch. Up and away, up high. It's 2-0. So it was an adventurous inning for Levi Stout in that 7th inning. He did walk 2, ended up striking out 2. And he's already thrown now 33 pitches. He's 2-0 to De La Cruz, who beats one down the left side. Scooped by Higgins, the third baseman. He'll make the play across in time for out number 1.
Turned into actually a pretty close play, but a good play by Higgins at third. Kind of all laid it on the short hop. Gave himself some time to make a nice play at first.
Let's take a look at our Fightin' Phil's team leader, presented by OPS Security Group. Join a winning team at OPS Security Group. Protecting community starts with you. Visit opssecuritygroup.com to apply. And we'll take a look at the hit column where Marcus Lee Sang is the Fightin' Phil's team leader in hits on the season with 61. Carson Taylor, who leads them in so many offensive categories, now bats with 1 out. In the first pitch, he swings and misses. Taylor 0 for 3 on the night as well. After his big night last night with a single and a home run and 3 RBIs. Takes this one low for a ball. It's 1-1. Phil's had scored 2 in the first on the Otto Kemp home run. Kemp in the on-deck circle. Taylor started and stopped. The count is 2-1. That 2-run home run by Otto Kemp, the only offensive production so far for the Phils, as Taylor swings and foul tips another one. A little frustration on the face of Carson Taylor after getting a foul tip on that last pitch. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Taylor into 3 spot tonight, with Caleb Ricketts getting the night off. Andrik Nava getting to start as the catcher tonight for the Fightins. Taylor back in the box at 2-2. Up and over at the inside corner. Carson Taylor cannot believe it. He still has some words with Nelson Fraley as he head back to the dugout. That's 2 down. And the 3rd strikeout for Stout since coming in. And that may be it for Stout. Berto Mercado is making his way to the pitching mound, and there is some activity in the bullpen. Stout has thrown 39 pitches. He's got 2 outs here in the 8th, and they are indeed going to bring in a new arm from the bullpen. So Stout leaves after an inning and 2/3. And the Baysox will bring in a right-hander to try to finish off this 8th inning.
Star City Boxing, located at 1340 Center Avenue Rear in Reading, is a 501c3 nonprofit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is to not only help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. Visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2024 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt, and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phil's, 2 great hometown partners.
So the Alberta University Gold Wolves call the bullpen. Will bring in 6'4" right-hander Nick Richmond for the Baysox.
Richmond making his 20th appearance. He's been good. 4-0, a 1.99 ERA. 1 for 3 in saves, 22 2/3 innings pitched, 19 hits, 10 walks, and 25 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .232 against him.
Otto Kemp will be the batter. Chick-fil-A serving quality food has been their priority since day one. chicken is at the center of the menu, but options at Chick-fil-A are both plentiful and delicious. From chicken sandwiches to nuggets, the original waffle fries, Chick-fil-A has menu options for everyone. 3 Berks County locations at Broadcasting Square in Wyomissing, Fifth Street Highway in Reading, and Exeter Commons in Exeter. Chick-fil-A is a proud 2024 Fightin' Phil's team feed partner. First pitch from Richmond to Kemp is over for a called strike 1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Fightin' Phil's trail 3-2. And Otto Kemp, who's provided the offense tonight with a 2-run home run, is the batter. 0-1 pitch to him is way outside. It's 1-1. Kemp also struck out and flew out in his other plate appearances. The 3rd home run of the season for Kemp since his promotion from Jersey Shore. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Kendall Simmons in the on-deck circle, hoping for a chance for the Fightins. This one lined into right field and falling fast. It'll be a base hit. So Otto Kemp gets his 2nd hit of the night. The Fightin' Phils have the tying run on board with 2 outs here in the 8th inning.
Reading's first hit since the 5th inning. And let's see if they can do some damage here against Noah Richmond.
So there is some action in the Phils bullpen. It is Daniel Harper looking to make his Reading debut, just called up from Jersey Shore before the beginning of this series. Kendall Simmons stands at the plate. Simmons 0 for 3 on the night with a couple of strikeouts. And the first pitch to him is outside for a ball. Center fielder Judd Fabian playing Simmons pretty far around to pull. As he fists one towards short, Ben Cosme is going to go the long way to first in plenty of time, and that'll do it for the Phils in the 8th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. 8 complete, it remains. Bowie 3, Reading 2.
Star City Boxing, located at 1340 Center Avenue Rear in Reading, is a 501c3 nonprofit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is to not only help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. Visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2024 Our Phils Fiesta Friday partner.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
The Alberta University Gold Rules Cola bullpen will bring in not only a fresh arm, but the freshest arm in that bullpen in terms of his time here in Reading. Daniel Harper takes over now for the Fightins here in the top of the 9th inning.
23 appearances with Jersey Shore, was 0-3, a 2.08 ERA, 7 for 9 in save opportunities over 26 innings, 15 hits, 10 walks, 38 strikeouts, had a 13.2 strikeout to 9 ratio.
So we go from one former Kentucky Colonel in Zach Hockey to another former Kentucky Colonel and Daniel Harper out on the mound.
Kentucky Colonel?
Yeah, that's what the Kentucky Colonels.
Is that the Wildcats?
Oh yeah, the Wildcats. That was the ABA team, was the Kentucky Colonels. That shows you where I'm going.
I mean, I know KFC.
There's a conversation at the mound. What's going on?
Sticky stuff. That's where my mind first. Well, here comes hockey.
Yep. Carl Ellison is now in conference with the umpires. Did they somehow or another not announce to the umpires a pitching change? I don't know what that is, because hockey's still at the dugout.
Well, they pointed at hockey. I don't know if that means he's in or he's out.
They're asking Zach. I don't know why.
not even sure why Zach Hockey is still in the dugout, to be honest with you. But they're asking Zach Hockey something.
Did he steal the
Did he
rosin
take the
bag?
rosin bag with him?
was
That's what I'm thinking. Now Roberto Mercado, the Baysox manager, wants to know what's going on as well. Carl Ellison's coming back out, and Harper just handed the umpires the baseball. This is bizarre. They're getting another pitcher up. Maybe it is a sticky substance thing?
Or was Daniel Harper not on the lineup card?
Ew. I hadn't thought about that because obviously he's new pitcher. So now they got to get another pitcher up and warmed up.
That's my thought. I think Hockey's out. Like, I don't think he can come back in.
Right, and I think that was part of it. Couldn't
Andrew
come back
Schultz
in.
is throwing.
So now they got to get another pitcher warmed up. Is this going to be like I guess this would be like an injury situation that he would get as many throws as he needs. Apparently not. Now they're calling Andrew Schultz in. I guess he would get those warm-up pitches if he wants them at the mound. So no sense in taking him at the bullpen. But I would think that Andrew Schultz would be allocated whatever number of pitches he needs to get warmed up. You take it like it's an injury replacement. So what a debut for Daniel Harper.
My best guess is that he just wasn't on the lineup card.
Right.
I don't think it was sticky stuff. I don't think it was injury. I think he wasn't on the lineup card.
Right. So Andrew Schultz is coming in.
Well, I guess we'll tell you about Andrew Schultz then. 18th appearance, 1-1, a 6.06, 16 1/3, 18 strikeouts, and 9 walks.
So obviously it's not an official appearance for Daniel Harper, so he'll make his Reading debut on another day, but he won't remember the one that he actually first appeared. So Schultz being allocated the warm-up pitches he needs. As I said, you kind of treat this as if it were an injury situation where you're calling somebody to the bullpen and he hasn't been able to get loosened up, so you give him as many pitches as he needs. So that's the case right now for Andrew Schultz, and this is not something to be dismissed lightly because, again, his job is to keep the score where it is. Phils are down right now 3-2 with an at-bat coming their way in the bottom of the ninth, so they want to keep this score at 3-2. So Schultz does have a very important job to do here. And he's facing 4, 5, and 6 in the Baysox order. T.T. Bowens, Frederick Ben-Cosme, and John Rhodes. So it appears as if, Schultz, I was going to say, it appears as if Schultz has now gotten his arm loose, but he's still going to throw at least 1 or 2 more. So we'll eventually find out what the story was with Harper. Don't know that we'll get that before we sign off the air tonight, but nonetheless, we'll know it by tomorrow night for sure, as the Phils and the Baysox are back at it again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Pitching matchup scheduled for that is Max Castillo, making his 3rd appearance for the Fightin Phils, an injury rehab situation. Castillo against right-handed pitcher Seth Johnson for the Baysox. Again, 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Same for Friday night. Saturday night, 6:45. And Mega Blast fireworks after Saturday night's game. Fireworks after Friday and Saturday's game. And then the series finale wraps up on Sunday at 5:15 between the Phils and the Baysox. So it looks like Schultz is ready to go. And now T.T. Bowens, who thought he was leading off a while ago, is finally at the plate. Bowens on the night, 1 for 3 with a double his last time up. A towering drive off the right center field wall. The first pitch from Schultz. It's breaking ball, it's over for a called strike. Swings and misses. Same pitch from Schultz, and had Bowens out in front. And now Schultz is quickly out in front of him. No balls and 2 strikes.
For Schultz on the season, this is his 18th appearance. He's 1-1 with a 6.06 earned run average. 16 1/3 innings pitch. He's given up 16 hits, 18 strikeouts, and 9 walks. 0-2 pitch, way up high. Schultz, 1-2. Hard ground ball up the middle. Schwecke dives, but he won't get it. And T.T. Bowens has his second hit of the night. He's a leadoff base runner here in the ninth. And I'll bring up Frederick Benkosmi. Benkosmi 1 for 2 in the night. Doubled and scored in the second. Ground out the second in the fourth, and a sacrifice fly and an RBI in the sixth. So officially 1 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI. His 24th RBI of the season. Looks like we're getting a pinch runner now for Bowens at first base.
Looks like it's Matthew Etzel in for Bowens. So just DH coming out, so probably won't be any defensive changes there.
Benkosmi sets in for the left-hand batter's box. The first pitch to him is way away for a ball. Etzel does have 5 steals on the season in 6 attempts. Good size lead for him right now off the first base bag. And Schultz feeling the same, will make the pickoff attempt. 1 ball and no strikes to Benkosmi. And another pickoff attempt for Schultz. Not much of a lead at all that time for Etzel. Etzel takes off here, pitches high, Nava throw down is in time. Andrik Nava throws out his second base runner of the game, and that's 1 down now in the ninth. Great job by Andrik Nava to spring out of that catcher's position. The pitch was up high for a ball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Benkosmi. Actually, it's 2 balls and no strike to Benkosmi. The umpire just corrected the scoreboard. 2-0. This one fisted foul and out of play. Phils will have Trevor Schwecke, Andrik Nava, and Ethan Wilson due up in the 9th inning, barring any changes. Way inside, it's 3-1. On the ground to Simmons. Second baseman up with it. He'll make the throw in time for out number 2 now here in this night.
We also did receive confirmation from the umpires that it was a case of Harper not being on the lineup card.
So since his call up the other day, they just did not add his name to the printed lineup cards that they have.
Obviously, umpires and managers exchange lineup cards before each game, so let me see, when a new player comes in, umpires and coaches cross it off, and I guess they went to cross it off. They noticed that Daniel Harper's name was not on there.
So they'll bring up John Rhodes, and the first pitch to Rhodes is up and in for a ball.
Did you ever see the Chase Utley video from like his rookie season where like he makes his debut, hits the grand slam, and then they're like in Boa's office because he was manager, and John Kruk is.
They were going to send him to Japan, or
that was Kyle Kendrick.
No, that was Kyle Kendrick.
They were like, we didn't add you to the roster in time, so like you have to go back. None of this counts. We have to forfeit the games.
Right.
And then like after 2 minutes, Chase is like, oh my gosh, and John Kruk is like, you know what the best part about this is? do you think they'd really put me on the MLB Rules Committee? And Chase Utley is like, you have to be kidding me. And gets up and storms out of Boa's office.
Could you imagine the veteran Chase Utley and trying to do that as opposed to the rookie Chase Utley and trying to do that? What kind of a different reaction you might get. This one up and in, and it caught a piece of Rhodes. I don't think Nava or Schultz necessarily think so. And here comes Carl Ellison to argue the point as well. Neither one of them, I think, either thought it hit him or maybe it hit the bat. But Rhodes is headed to first base on a hit by pitch.
The conversation here is like, what did you see, or can you
What'd
ask
you hear?
about it? Yeah.
Right. Did you hear it? They may have heard a different sound. May have sounded to them like it hit bat as opposed to hand, or they may not have heard anything. So this will bring up Silas Ardway with a runner at first now and 2 outs. So Schultz still trying to get out of this inning and send it to the 9th with a 1-run deficit for the Phils to try to make up. First pitch to Ardway's over for a strike. Ardway 1 for 3 in the night. RBI single in the second and a couple of strikeouts. There's another one over for a called strike. So Schultz one more pitch to get out of it. Ardway will call timeout now. Bullpens on both sides are quiet. So Richmond will have the 9th for the Baysox. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that will do it for the Baysox here in the 9th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left. We'll head to the 9th. It's rally time for the Fightins. They need 1 to tie and 2 to walk it off. We'll have it for you when we come back at Ready Fight Phil's Radio Network.
Berk's Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berk's County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizepa.org. Click Local Coalitions.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us. We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Tonight's attendance at FirstEnergy Stadium, 5,752. Thanks to our friends at PSECU for presenting tonight's attendance. PSECU is proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. Travis Schwecke will lead it off for the Fightin Phils here in the 9th, to be followed by Andrik Nava and Ethan Wilson. At least that's the 3 scheduled hitters for the Phils here in the 9th. We'll see if they make any changes along the way. They need 1 to tie and 2 to win it. 3-2 is our score. Travis Schwecke on base twice tonight. 1 for 2 officially with a single and a walk. First pitch, up and in for a ball. Nick Richmond, who came in to get the last out of the 8th inning, on here now to pitch in the 9th. 1-0 pitch to Schwecke. Hit hard down the third base line, but foul. Jake gave you the numbers for Richmond when he came in last inning. He has 1 save in 3 opportunities. Looking for 1 here. 1 ball and 1 strike to the veteran right-handed hitting Travis Schwecke. Checked his swing. They appeal. He say he did not go around. So it's 2-1. Schwecke, 26-year-old, takes one up and in, almost hit him. It's 3-1. So he's got himself in a great count to hit here at 3 balls and 1 strike. Schwecke takes a step out of the batter's box and calls time. Infield defense plays him pretty much straight away. Outfield slightly to pull in center and away in right. And that's on the outside corner. Schwecke did not think so. He thought it was ball 4. He started to take a couple steps down the first baseline, but the count instead is full at 3-2. So to finish that thought, if Travis Schwecke can hit one in the right center field gap, he's got a huge gap to shoot for. So he fists this one foul and out of play down the first baseline, staying alive at 3-2. We'll go again at 3-2. Way inside, ball 4, so the tying run is now on board. As Richmond walks his first batter of the night, and that'll bring up Andrik Nava. Nava 0 for 2 on the night. He walked back in the second inning. Also flew out the center and struck out in 3 plate appearances. And now a conversation between catcher Silas Ardwa and the pitcher Nick Richmond. Schwecke with decent speed. See if the Phils want to maybe put him in motion. Now he's had some problems on the base paths tonight. He did end up taking off early and was in a position he could have gotten picked off, and they didn't bother, and then they did pick him off the last time he was on base. On the season, Schwecke has stolen 8 bases and has not been, well, now has been caught with that pickoff as the pitch to Nava is up and in for a ball. Actually, I shouldn't say he was caught. He was picked off. They called it a balk on that play. So he was picked off, but it was a balk, so he got the second. 1-0 to Nava. And that's inside again. It's 2-0. So suddenly the strike zone gets a little bit tighter now for Nick Richmond. With the tying run at first base and nobody out here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. (2-0) pitch from Richmond. Lifted foul and out of play. Richmond from the stretch. Schwecke started and stopped. Nava beats it foul at the plate. Well, it might have went off the foot of Ardwa. He's hobbling around back there. So the count now is 2 balls and 2 strikes to Andrik Nava. Again, last night's starting and winning pitcher Lachlan Wells is coaching at first base. The acting manager Carl Ellison coaching at third. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Nava. Pickoff attempt. Schwecke gets back. Again, Schwecke started and stopped on the last pitch after Nava beat it into the ground. So Richmond trying to see if maybe Schwecke had ideas of running again with the pickoff attempt. Comes to the plate. Beats another one foul. It was off his foot as it rolled down the first baseline. But Nelson Fraley, the home plate umpire, called it dead immediately, so it stays 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 teams back at it tomorrow night here at the ballpark, 7 o'clock first pitch. Diamond Credit Union Plaza opens up at 5. Seating Bowl will open up at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Fireworks to follow the ball game on a Thursday night here at FirstEnergy Stadium. 2 balls and 2 strikes to pitch, lifted straight up into shallow center field. Long run for Fabian, but he'll get there as it's in the air for a long time, and eventually it is out number 1. Fabian had to go a long way to get there, but it was so high he ultimately had time to get there and put it away for the first out. And now bring Ethan Wilson to the plate. Wilson 1 for 3 on the night. Singled back in the 5th inning. Schwecke remains at first base now with 1 down. Wilson fouls it straight back. Ethan with 8 extra base hits on the year, 7 doubles, 1 triple. It's 17 home runs a season ago, has yet to leave the ballpark in 2024. Lifts this one into shallow center field as well. Again, Fabian, long run, and he'll get there again for out number 2. So it now is up to Barron Radcliffe. Radcliffe 0 for 2 on the night. He walked his last time up. Also flew out the left and struck out. Nick Richmond has thrown 21 pitches since coming in to get the final out of the 8th. And he's 1 out away from picking up a save as Radcliffe stands in his way. And the first pitch to Barron is up and inside for a ball. Radcliffe fell behind, no balls and 2 strikes in that last at bat, and ultimately worked the walk. He's 1-0 here. Beats it foul and beats it in front of the plate. Catcher comes out, and Ardois will throw it down in time to get Radcliffe. He beat it in front of the plate, and it was in fair territory. And Ardois comes out, and the catcher throws it down to first in plenty of time, and that'll do it for the Phils in the 9th. For Reading, no runs, no hits, no errors, and they leave 1 more left on base. And the Bowie Baysox come from behind in this one, and they win it over the Fightin Phils, and they even the series at 1 game apiece. The final score, Bowie 3, Reading 2. We'll take a timeout back, and with a wrap right after this on the Reading Fightin Phils Radio Network.
In continuation of the 275th anniversary of Reading's celebration, the Our Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on all Thursdays in 2024. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays, thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, Rip It Baseball Town Charities Batting Cages, and Lavelle Law Firm. Come celebrate the city of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2024. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office. Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Empire Home Center, Golden Oaks Golf Club, Long Home Products, T-Mobile, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $62 when purchased in advance. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long.
Welcome back to the postgame show where the Bowie Baysox hold on and beat the Reading Fightin Phils by a final score of 3-2 in tonight's ball game. We'll go through the scoring recap in this one, and it was the Phils who jumped out on top again tonight, and they did it with a long ball again. Marcus Lee Sang began the ball game for the Fightins with a single. He stole second base. Carlos De La Cruz struck out. Carson Taylor flew out, but that brought Otto Kemp to the plate. And the cleanup hitter tonight was Kemp. Last night it was Taylor, but the cleanup hitter for the Fightin Phils put one out into right field as Otto Kemp went the other way with the opposite field home run, his 3rd of the year, his 10th and 11th RBI of the season. And the Fightin Phils jumped out on top 2-0 as a result. Bowie chipped away and got one back in the 2nd inning. It was started by a Frederick Bencosme 1-out double. Then John Rhodes singled. That moved Bencosme to third base. And Silas Ardway followed with a base hit that brought home Bencosme, 16th RBI of the season for Ardway. Made it a 2-1 game. And Bowie came back and got one more back in the 3rd on a towering center field home run to Judd Fabian up on the veranda of the Red Nerds Event Center. 13th home run of the season for Fabian, 36th RBI of the year. And we were tied at 2. It stayed that way up until the 6th inning, when the Baysox took what turned out to be not only their first lead of the series, but ultimately the winning run as well. And it started with a Samuel Basayo single. T.T. Bowens then drove one off the Redner's Event Center in right center field. Nice backup by Baron Radcliffe as Marcus Lee Sang leaped to try to make the catch. Couldn't reach it, but Radcliffe was in perfect position off the carom to get it back in the infield and hold Basayo at third base. So they had second and third and one out. And that's when Carl Ellison and the Phils made the switch to the bullpen, brought Matt Osterberg out, brought in Connor Ash. And the first one that Connor Ash faced was Frederick Bencosme, who lifted a fly ball to right field. It was deep enough for Basayo to tag up and score the sacrifice fly and the RBI for Bencosme, his 24th RBI of the season. And that ultimately turned out to be the winning run. Ash then struck out John Rose to get out of any further damage, did a pretty good job to come in a second and third and one out situation, give up a sacrifice fly, which at the time didn't seem to be too great of a damage in the top of the sixth inning. But the Phils could never really muster any kind of a rally in any way throughout the remainder of the ball game, as the bullpen for the Baysox got the job done. And so they will pick up the win. And the final numbers in this one for Bowie: 3 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, and they left 4 men on base. For Reading, 2 runs on 5 hits. They did not commit an error, and they left 7 men on base. The starting pitchers will get the decisions. Kyle Bernovich gets the win for the Baysox. He is now 5-2 on the season. And Matt Osterberg, who did a pretty good job tonight all in all, giving up what turns out to be 3 runs in 5 1/3 innings. He'll take the loss. He is now 1-5 on the season, and Nick Richmond picks up his second save of the year. Time of the game, 2 hours and 37 minutes. It's played in front of 5,752 on a Wednesday night here in Baseball Town. That's going to do it for our coverage tonight, as the Bowie Baysox now are 1-1 in the second half. They go to 33-37 on the year. Fightin Phils overall in the season now 32-38. They are also 1-1 in the second half. We'll do it again tomorrow night. 7 o'clock is the scheduled first pitch. Tonight's game was delayed by 40 minutes. We started at 7:40. We still got it over in 2 hours and 37 minutes. So hopefully the skies will be clear tomorrow night. Weather forecast looks ideal for the next couple of days. So we'll hope to see you out here at the ballpark. 7 o'clock is first pitch. The Diamond Credit Union Plaza opens up at 5. The Seating Bowl opens up at 6. Plenty of things going on here at the ballpark as always, and fireworks to finish off the night tomorrow night here at FirstEnergy Stadium. One more time, the final score, the Bowie Baysox 3, the Reading Fightin Phils 2. For my colleague in the broadcast booth, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. We'll have more baseball action for you tomorrow night with the Fightin Phils and the Baysox, beginning with a pregame show at 6:45. Acting manager Carl Ellison will be our guest. Hope you'll tune in. Better yet, we'd love to see you here at the ballpark. Have a great night, everyone, and as always, thanks for listening.